travellers, and welcome back to the Library of Legend. I am Jack Tarlad, of course. This is Read and Roll, the show where we bring on an unsuspecting guest to play through a fighting fantasy choose-your-own-adventure game book. Last week, we had on the Eclectic Goat, and even though she was returning for the Forest of Doom, she was halfway through the adventure. She hadn't quite got all the things that she needed, and despite she had some very generous donations from some of our viewers, especially Crimson Shadow, unfortunately she beat the Wyvern but was not able to finish her mission because she couldn't find the hammerhead and the handle, couldn't combine the two. Unlucky for her. But nevertheless, if you wouldn't mind doing all the things and the stuff, click the like button, the subscribe, the bell, do all the things and the stuff. If you're over on Rumble, give me a follow over there. Stick a thumb right up in there. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. We're going to be saying hello to the chat shortly, but we're going to bring on our first guest. I say our first guest, our guest for this evening. First timer for Read and Roll, never been on the show before. A player of the Choose Your Own Adventure game books back when they were a teen. They are the presenter and host of Screaming Into the Void. I had to think about it then. And Abyssal Musings. And you can also catch their game streams almost on a daily basis by the look of it. It's our boy, you know who he is, Samiel the Infamous. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Howdy. Not too bad. Appreciate all of that.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Hell of an intro.
His links are down below if you want to take a look at all of his stuff in the description below. Sam's links are down there. We're going to get into the game shortly. So we were just talking backstage. You've played some Choose Your Own Adventure game books before, right?
Right. I think teen is probably overstating it. I was fairly younger than that, but yeah, okay. I have done those. They used to be kind of a thing where you'd go down to a local library, you find somebody, you just spend an afternoon.
That's where I found these books. Basically, I remember going to the library with my grandmother, and I was allowed to have a library account of my own, and I was looking through the shelves, and there they were, these wonderful books with these, lovely covers on them, and started flicking through them. I was like, wait a minute, is this like a book I can like read by myself? And it's an adventure. Okay, let's do this. And that I was hooked, especially these ones, the fighting fantasy ones. I don't know if you know the background of them, but they're created, these ones, specifically by Ian Livingston and Steve Jackson. Not that Steve Jackson, the other Steve Jackson, but yeah, the British one. And they started off the Games Workshop and Warhammer 40k,
Fair enough.
Dungeons and Dragons over to the UK.
Yeah. Well, that sounds interesting, man. I don't know. I spent way too much time at the library when I was young.
I think more kids should go there.
But I was like skipping school and going to the library.
I see. Don't skip school, kids. Go to the library before and after school. But yes, it's good to have you here, Sam. I've been waiting to get you on for a very long time. Just been waiting for the right time, the right opening, and you've fit right into my my opening. That's going to sound bad. Someone's going to clip that. But anyway, we're going to get over to our chatty McBatty over here. So, right, Sam, can you guess? This is a running theme on all of my streams. Can you guess who the first person in the chat is without looking?
Would it be Legatus Legionis?
Of course it is. Every single chat that you ever see, there he is. It's our boy, Legatus Legionis. Welcome, my friend. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming back. And there I am, Legatus, me old skipper. Thanks for being here. We've got the Butcher of Blaviken here as well. Welcome. Good to see you. And our boy Davey Verse. And my co-host on a Tuesday night, it's Abe's Gonna Get Ya. Been playing a lot of Conan lately.
He keeps trying to talk me into that too.
Yeah, I mean, the way you go, he does sell it quite well, and I've been looking at the price of it, yeah, and it's really not that expensive, and they've got their own server. Can I afford extra hours out of my life?
Yeah,
to put into it. What about you? Could you spare?
Absolutely
that many
not.
hours?
Unfortunately, absolutely not. First of all, I've played Conan years ago, but and it's fine. It's fine if you're into the whole survival fantasy thing. But I've got a bunch of other games on my plate on top of like all my IRL stuff, and I'm one of those YouTubers who actually has like a full-time day job that I have to go to, so I have to sleep at some point too.
I didn't think the Eldritch demons slept.
I mean, sometimes it's for a while, sometimes it's for a couple thousand years till the stars are right. It's how it is. I mean, hell, one of us, Cthulhu, he's famous for it.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm glad you made it for this show. I'm glad I don't have to wait a 1,000 years to get you on the show. Maybe on the next one, I'll have to wait 1,000 years. Who knows? We got Rick Cleary in the house as well. I smell a cheeky batlonger in some adventurer's future. Oh dear. That could be that's ominous, that is, because he may have just gotten paid and he wants to mess with your game, and we'll get into that shortly. So welcome, Rick Cleary. It's good to see you. We got Atom Gray, next week's guest, actually, Atom Gray. So, yeah, look out for him next week. He's coming back to finish his journey. Can't remember what he was going through. Anyway, it's not his game today. It's yours. Let's get on with it. Who else we got in here? Yeah, that's it for now. That's all in the chat. Anyway, there we go. Great. So, a couple of things. So, the fighting fantasy books have their own rules. But I've slipped in a couple of my own rules, basically. So let's get over here to the game side of things. There we are. Lovely. There's the chat on the side there. Right, so you have an adventure sheet, if I can find it. You can ask for this to be brought up any time you like. We'll get into the book shortly. But this is your adventure sheet, basically. It's where we're going to keep all of your scores, all of your stats, your monster encounters, all of your equipment, any notes that you want to make. But if you look on the side there, you've got the adventurer's pot. Now, that pot has been sort of paid forward and it's been building slightly. But that is for you to use on the monetization options that I've got. And those are down in the description below if you want to take a look at home. I'm going to send Sam those over to his Twitter now because I completely forgot to do it earlier. But yes, basically, it's a whole list of things that you can purchase to help you through your adventure, basically. But at the same time, if the audience wants to buy something specific from that list, some of them won't necessarily help you. Some of them are designed to mess with your game, like reduce your stats or spawn random enemies, that sort of thing. And so, yeah, look out for that. I'm just looking for the monetization list whilst I'm trying to talk.
Fair enough.
So here you go. Just on Twitter now. I tell you what, my Twitter's been going crazy today. The algorithm finally caught up with that that post I did yesterday about the Pathways app. And so my notifications have just been going crazy today. Right, so I've sent that over to you. It's on your Twitter side. You've got 19 rubies, 19 things and stuff to spend. There it is. 19. No, 19. And if you look at the monetization list, you've got things like, one ruby gives you 1 provisional, 2 gold. £2 gives you a random potion. £3 gives you a potion of choice. £4 gives you Adventurer's Care package. £5, there's several options there that you can buy. One of them is to return a lifeline. Now, if you look at the adventure sheet over here, these 3 boxes here, you've got 3 lifelines. One is Ask the Audience, where if you want to use that and you're not sure about a decision that you could make, we can put a poll in the YouTube chat. Sorry, Rumble, they've not got that functionality. But we'll pull a poll in the chat, ask the chat what they think they would do, and you don't have to take their answer. They're sometimes wrong. Anyway, second one is Phone a Friend, when you can ask one person from the chat what they would specifically do. And the third one, I'm going to be making a track of all the paragraphs that you go to through your journey, and this one is called Backtrack. If you want to backtrack a paragraph, so basically if you make a decision that you don't like, you can use Backtrack, go back to the last paragraph and choose again, providing that it's something that you can actually go back to and choose again. So yeah, those are free. You don't have to spend anything on those, but you can only use them once per adventure, unless you use your adventurer's pot to buy it back. Okay? On your way through your adventure, you may pick up some gold, and we'll put that in your equipment list as you get it. Those are to spend specifically in-game, like in the book. It'll tell you whether or not you can spend the gold, and so that's what you'll be spending that on. Don't get them twisted, basically. These are for you, for your boons, and maybe other things. And the gold that you get here is for in-game. Right. So, was that clear to you?
Yeah.
Do I need to go over it? Okay. So, as usual, before the show, I always send the guest 3 books or 3 back-of-the-book blurbs for them to choose from. And the 3 books that they have been sent today are The City of Thieves, The Talisman of Death, and The Warlock of Firetop Mountain. So, Sam, after reading them, you've chosen a book. Now, looking at the covers, has your mind changed at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
So, without further ado, what book have you chosen?
Talisman of Death.
The Talisman of Death. So, Greg, Kadath Gaming, joins us on the Hump Day Chinwag. He played through this, and it took him 4 episodes to actually beat the book, because it's got a bit of plot armor in it. Sometimes when you die, you just go straight back to the beginning of the book. You get everything back, your same stats, all that kind of stuff. So beware of that. You may not get through this in one sitting.
Fair enough.
But yes, there we go. Talisman of Death, that's what he's chosen for today. We'll be getting into it shortly. Where have they gone now? There it is. Okay, there we go. Now we got it. So yes, the Talisman of Death. The once peaceful world of Orb is in terrible danger. Dark forces are at work to unleash the awesome might of the Evil One, and only you can stop them. Your mission is to destroy the Talisman of Death before the Dark Lord's minions reach you. But beware, time is running out.
Seems like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is. You just wait and see, buddy. So we'll get to your stats shortly. I'll explain the battles when we come to them. You don't need to know much about it until we get there. All I'm really going to ask you to do is make choices and roll dice. Okay?
All right.
So, yeah, let's get over to your adventure sheet. We're going to roll your stats first. So, we've got skill, stamina, and luck. Skill is your fighting ability. We'll roll dice and we'll add your skill score, and that will be your attack strength when you're in a battle. We'll also roll for the enemy's attack strength. Whoever's highest is the winner of the attack round. If you win, you score 2 points on the enemy, which means we'll deduct from their stamina. If you lose the attack round, we'll take 2 points from your stamina. Your stamina is your life force. It's how much, you've got in you, basically. If it gets to 0, you're dead. And your luck, it's a bit of a funny one, this is. So as we use your luck, it will go down by 1 every single time you use it. So the more you use your luck, the more riskier it becomes. Now you can see here... Pardon?
Until you're out of luck.
Until you're out of luck. And realistically, because it's 2d6 we have to test it against, the lowest you can get is 2, and you'd have to roll snake eyes to be lucky. Anything 2 or below, you're fucked, basically. You can see here that it's initial skill, stamina, and luck. Those are the stats that we're going to roll for now. They will never, ever get higher than the initial scores that we're about to roll now. Even though the current skill, current stamina, current luck may change through the course of the game, if you add to your skill or stamina or luck, again, it will never go higher than the initial values. With the exception of luck in a couple of instances. So you get to take with you 1 of 3 potions. Each of the potions will restore whichever one you choose, whether it's the skill, stamina, or luck one, it will restore your current skill, stamina, or luck back to its initial value. But with the luck potion, it actually adds 1 to your initial luck. So let's say you rolled a 10 initially and you've used up a lot of luck. You drink your potion of luck. When you drink it, you'll actually refill it, but it'll go up to 11. Okay?
Turned up. Gotcha.
Okay. So what I'm going to ask you is, which do you think that you'd prefer? Oh, sorry, before I explain it, you've got your sword, your backpack, and your provisions. Provisions are, you've got 10 of them. Each provision, when you eat them, it will give you 4 current stamina back. Okay? But it will, like I say, if you've got like 20 initial stamina and you are at 17 current stamina and you eat a provision, you'll sort of lose 1 of those stamina points because it will never go higher than the initial stamina. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Right then. So what do you think you'd like to take with you? Would you like to take the potion of skill, the potion of stamina, or the potion of luck?
I think we'll go with potion of luck.
Okie dokie. I think it's the best bang for buck. I always tell people, go for the luck one. Skill doesn't change that much. You've got provisions for your stamina. Potion of luck is the way to go. Now, one thing I will say is when you're in a battle, you can't use that potion specifically there, that one, when you're in a battle. However, if someone donates one to you or you buy it from the monetization list, then you can use that one in a battle. Okay?
Okay.
And like I said, we'll get to the battles as we get to them. Right, there's a few things that we need to go through in the book first. So, yes, we've done battles. Yeah, some pages you may be able to escape, but it will deduct 2 stamina points from your life force. Fight more than one creature. We'll get to using luck in battles as well shortly. We don't need to do it all right now. Stamina and provisions. Come on, where's it? Equipment and potions. Just done that one. Okay, so hints on play. There's one true way through the mysterious world of Orb, and it will take you several attempts to find it. It may be beneficial to you to take notes on a piece of paper and draw a map. Okay? You don't have to do that, but it may be beneficial. Okay? Not all of the areas contain treasure. Some merely contain traps and creatures which you will no doubt fall afoul of. You may make wrong turnings during your quest, and while you may indeed progress through to the ultimate destination, it's by no means certain that you'll find what you're searching for. And it will be realized that the entries... Oh, no, I don't need to read that. I really need to take that out. I'm going to do that now while I'm thinking about it, because I keep saying this and I never do it. So I'm going to do it now. There we go. The one true way involves a minimum of risk, and any player, no matter how weak on initial dice rolls, should be able to get through fairly easy. So may the luck of the gods go with you on your adventure ahead. So before we go any further, I'm just going to see if Yo Lot in the chat is saying anything else. Conan! Yeah.
What is best in
Crom.
life?
What's that?
What is best in life?
Apparently, according to Abe and a few good other people, it's definitely Conan. We've got Troll, but in real life. Oi! Hello, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And we've got B-roll stage over on the Rumble side. And yes, if you wouldn't mind liking and reposting, it gets me in the algorithm on the Rumble side. You know, do all the things and the stuff. Give me the love. Where's Shadow and his coin purse of holding? I'm sure he'll be here soon. I'm sure he will. This is a running theme as well. No matter whether you win or lose, the game is always rigged, apparently. They think I rig it. I can't rig it. The provisions are actually bird's eye spicy faggots in gravy. I can say faggots because it's a meat thing.
It certainly is.
It certainly is. It's a meat thing.
Meat, buns, what have you.
Right then. So let's get into the background of this story then. You are regaining consciousness. Your eyes flutter open to the sound of a songbird, trilling joyously. You are lying on a couch of green velvet, set on the topmost turret of a great white castle hanging in the clouds. Rising to your feet, you look around. The songbird, whose sleek feathers are warm and burnished gold, is perched on the battlements, resplendent against the ocean blue canopy of the sky, which there is no sun. You are clad in strange, outlandish clothes, breeches of dark green leather and thickly quilled leather jerkin. On your feet are russet red calfskin boots, supple and comfortable, into which the breeches are tucked mid-calf. A heavy sword is belted at your side, and with a shock you realise you know how to use it skillfully and with deadly force. As the songbird trills, you try in vain to recall memories of Earth, but everything is hazy and distant. You've been taken from the world you know and trained in the art of swordplay. You cannot remember even who trained you or why, but the hilt of the sword fits your hand snugly. Drawing it, you lunge and parry, marvelling at how the sword cuts through the air faster than the eye can follow. The songbird seems to be unperturbed by your fine display of swordsmanship, but you are surprised when it cocks its head and speaks to you in its voice, fluting merrily. Welcome, champion of fire. Do not be dismayed. You are not yet in danger. Where am I? You ask, feeling as though you are in a dream. Far, far from your home, I fear to say. This is the world of Orb, and you are in the Garden of the Gods. What is Orb? You demand. You will find it most strange and full of wonder, for it's very different from Earth. Men must share it not just with talking creatures such as I, but with weird and fell monsters, giants, dragons, and demons. There are warlocks and sorcerers too, great wielders of magic in the cities. But do not fear, you have been chosen to be our champion, for you are more likely to succeed than any other on Earth. Now, I must complete my task. Come, my masters bid you to join them in the chamber below. Please follow me. With that, the golden songbird flutters away down the spiral staircase. Shaking your head in confusion, you descend the stone steps into a large circular room where two beings turn towards you. Welcome, says one, a pale female figure, enfolding in swirling robe of many colours above which you can only see a perfectly smooth and hairless head. The robe shimmers in its colours shifting as she steps forwards towards you, catching your mind before you realise what's happening. Looking into her face, you see an image of yourself fighting for your life inside a huge temple. Then the image shifts and you see yourself leaving a walled city, hastening alone across a desolate moor, only to find yourself deep in a jungle surrounded by devils with blue skins. Your nape bristles as you realize that she is revealing a glimpse of your destiny. It's only when they are over that you notice that she has no eyes in her smooth, pale face. The other figure changes even as you look at him. At one moment, he is an ancient, white-haired man, heavy with knowledge. At another, an infant, wise beyond his years. The metamorphosis through youth to age takes but a few instants, yet flows so smoothly you cannot see the features change. His voice is soft and ageless. We have summoned you here to the world of Orb because we wish to prevent a fatal... sorry. I'll start again. We've summoned you here to the world of Orb because we wish to prevent a fatal upset in the balance of nature. The cosmic scales have been tipped too far, and you must play a part in righting them. It's not for us in the Garden of the Gods to set things right. We cannot fight him who would bring chaos to Orb. Rather, we use men as our tools. Ladies, I shall not say whether you will succeed. The floor of the room upon which you are standing is the most realistic and detailed map imaginable. You can even see small figures tilling in the fields and walking the streets of an entire world, a world of pinnacled castles, knights on horseback, their men-at-arms bearing banners which stream in the wind, and the strange high-walled cities with towers and spires concealing the dives of assassins and thieves amongst the splendour. The eyeless immortal steps forward, her robe now the colour of the deep sea, and caresses your cheek. We are sending you down to the surface of Orb. If you fall into the clutches of death, we cannot aid you. Do not fail us. Fail in what? You begin to ask. But just then, to your horror, you find yourself being drawn inexorably towards the black crack in the map. The realization that your destiny is being tampered with angers you, and you resolve to find a way back to Earth and your home at any cost. As the world of Orb rises up to engulf you, the awesomeness of what is happening overwhelms you, and you lose consciousness, I should say. You'll have to bear with me as well, Samuel. It's a running theme on this show that I actually hear myself like half a second after I speak, so I'm having to challenge with hearing myself in my head, hearing myself through the headphones, and reading the book at the same time. So bear with me. After hearing all that, do you still want to carry on?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know,
You might as well. Yes, Abe,
yeah.
rigged. Get that meat thing in ya. I don't know how to take that. I heard children don't... What would you say, mate?
You don't know how... I mean, or just remember to exhale first.
Breathe through your nose. Apparently it helps. And don't with your mouth full with your cough with full of coffee. Yeah, I heard children don't like them too spicy. I have no idea what that is. Oh, the provisions. Got ya. It must be Seth Rogen using the honey-scented nair again. I don't think I get that. Is there some lore behind that?
There might be. I just thought it was a funny sentence. I don't know.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So let me just check your adventure sheet. Oh, yeah, we haven't rolled your stats yet. So let's do that now. So in order to roll for your skill, I'm going to ask you to roll 1d6 and we'll add 6 to that score. 2 plus 6. There we go. You've got a skill of 8. It's not incredible, but it's not the worst. Now for your stamina, we're going to ask you to roll 2d6 and we're going to add 12 to that. 7, 8, 9, 19. That is right, isn't it? Yeah. Okie dokie. And for your luck, it's 1.
Yeah, 7 plus.
Yeah. I'm really... This show, right, proves how good at maths I am. I do quick maths. They're not always right. 2 plus 2 equals 5, all that kind of stuff. But it's quick. Nevertheless, we're going to ask you to roll 1d6 now for your luck, and we'll add 6 to it. 6. That's the highest possible you can get, mate. And what's more, if you drink the potion of luck...
I feel lucky.
Yeah. If you drink the potion of luck, you'll get 13 initial luck, which means when you've drank that potion of luck, for the first 2 luck rolls that you want to use, you will always be lucky. So I won't even ask you to roll for them because you will be lucky. Because you can't get higher than 12.
Fair enough.
Right. Yeah. So at least for your first luck roll in this game at all, you will be lucky. And Crimson Shadow's here. There you go, Atom. There's our boy. Shadow's back. What's the crack, Read and Rollers? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you. Right. So Crimson Shadow did bring up something there. Another shite skill roll. Now, you've got that monetization list in front of you. If you were to spend 5 out of the adventurer's pot, you could actually buy yourself a reroll and you could try again at your skill. Or any of them if you wanted.
Well, doesn't that return all stats, so it's reroll everything?
No, you don't have to. You can, if you. It's always 1 reroll. So £5 gives you 1 reroll, or 5 rubies, whatever. 5 out the adventurer's pot. So I'll allow you to choose 1 of either skill, stamina, or luck. I wouldn't reroll luck.
No, I'm not.
Stamina's
I'm still on that.
Yeah, stamina's pretty good. Skill could do with improving, but there's no saying that you're going to improve it.
Yeah,
it could end up worse.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
But it's up to you. I'm going to give you that opportunity now before we move on.
I'm feeling pretty lucky. Why don't we stay as is?
Okay. Sounds good to me. Well then, without further ado, boys and girls, let's get on with our adventure. When awareness returns, you look around. You are standing in a huge vaulted chamber deep underground. In the chill air, you wonder what terrible fate may be in store for you. You are utterly alone without a friend in the world, and you have no idea what fiendish horrors may exist here so far from home. There are no windows in the chamber, nor natural light, only the ruddy glow of flaming torches that are fixed to pillars soaring beyond sight. The walls are running with damp and the air is musty and heavy with age. There are 2 archways at the back of the cavern. Before you can investigate further, the torchlight flickers and a cool gust chills you to the marrow. Something in the unseen darkness is causing the air to move. A light flashes briefly ahead and an infernal howling echoes across the vast vault. No living thing could possibly have made that dreadful sound, you think to yourself, but then you remember that you know nothing of this of the dreadful denizens of Orb. You hear the sound of running footsteps approaching rapidly. You cannot yet see who or what is coming, so your first choice of today's show is, would you like to run through the nearest archway or hold your ground and draw your sword?
Well, it did say I'd need bravery and courage. So we're going to hold our ground.
Okay. Good stance. The footsteps are coming closer. Suddenly, a sound like a clap of thunder reverberates around the chamber. You look round to see that both the archways have been sealed by a huge stone blocks. You are trapped. Oh dear. A woman wearing chainmail and carrying a loaded crossbow bursts into the torchlight ahead of you. Seeing you, she immediately points the bow in your direction. 3 men, panting heavily, appear behind her. I would too. The first, a tall and handsome man, is dressed in shining silver armor, and the blade of his 2-handed sword glows with a faint white radiance. The next is dressed in flowing robe of cloth and gold and wears a smiling golden mask. He carries an ivory staff. The last is a thick-set man with a white surcoat over chainmail. A red cross adorns his breast and a spiked mace hangs at his side. They stop. Once again, you hear the wailing louder than before. "They're almost upon us," cries the man with the... Hang on. That was the wrong character. "They're almost upon us," cries the man with the glittering sword. The shield maiden calls to you. "Who are you and what are you doing here in the rift? The spawning place of all evil. Will you say that you've come from another world, say that you are on a quest against evil, try to play for time, or attack the shield maiden?"
So my first question is how much chainmail is she wearing?
Not enough to keep the cold out.
All right, because it wasn't very specific. That's all I'm saying. Let's go balls deep. Say that I'm on a quest against evil.
Good for you. "Alone?" asks the shield maiden in disbelief. The man in gold turns to the priest. "Is it true?" he asks. Knowing your story to be a lie, you wait anxiously while the priest casts a spell. "It is a lie," says the priest. The shield maiden turns to you accusingly. "Why are you lying to us? I ask you again, who are you and what are you doing here?" Will you tell them the truth or ask them what business it is of theirs?
I mean, the guys at the beginning told me it was a quest against evil. Whatever. Yeah, go ahead and tell them the truth.
I gotta be honest with you, yeah. Now that you mention it, they literally said that.
Yeah.
At the beginning. Right, anyway. Her eyebrows rise in surprise. All 4 of them look at you doubtfully. The priest pauses, then says, "It is the truth and spoken from a true heart." The shield maiden lowers the bow and turns to guard the entrance of the cavern. What are we to do? The exits are blocked, and I only have enough power to teleport one of us out now, asks the man in gold. I think that was actually supposed to be the wizard. I've got to get these characters down, Pat. Anyway, the man with the glittering sword, a paladin, says gravely, "Then we will die together, wizard, and they will pay dearly." "But what of the talisman?" asks the priest. "Perhaps," you see I'm doing it again, "but what of the talisman?" asks the priest. "Perhaps this warrior has been sent by the gods to continue the quest." Sensing the goodness in these people, you wait to hear how you can aid them. The priest steps forward and tells you his story. Oh god, here we go. "Long ago, the minions of the god of death in the city of the rooms of doom fashioned a talisman that would allow them, if the time was right, to summon their god to the surface of the world. That time has now come. If death is summoned, all life will cease. Only death's minions will continue to exist in an awful half-life. His presence will spread like a grey shadow across the world of Orb. Everything will turn to dust, and the balance of nature will be disrupted forever. The lawmasters of Seracub, a group of holy people, have striven to prevent this. They sent a group of crusaders, which we four alone survive. On a quest to steal the talisman... Sorry, put my teeth back in. On a quest to steal the talisman. The fleshless king of the minions of death has sent the talisman to the depths of the rift for safekeeping. We have entered this pit of evil and seized it." He pulls a necklace out from under his surcoat, and on it hangs a disc of obsidian, in the middle of which is a skull carved in a ruby. It's the talisman of death. He hands it to you. "Here, for the sake of all of Orb, you must take this talisman and continue the quest. It cannot be destroyed, but if you can take it to your world, it will be beyond the reach of the claw of the fleshless king." You are impressed by the courage and the unselfish fortitude of these people, and resolve to continue the quest. You take the talisman, and it feels cold and heavy around your neck. The wizard turns to you and says, "I'm going to use the powers of the magic of the. I'm going to. Fucking hell! What is wrong with me today?" "I'm going to use the powers of magic to transport you to the surface. Head west until you come to the City of Learning, Grey Guilds on the Moor, where you may discover a way to return to your own world. Do not fail us. Here, take this gold. It may be of use." He gives you a purse with 10 pieces of gold in it. As the wizard prepares his spell, a horde of creatures boils into the cavern. So before we go any further, I'm just going to add that to your adventure sheet. So this gold, like I said, it's to be used within the book. The adventure pot is to be used on the options that I've sent you in your DMs.
Copy that. Money.
Money, 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 money.
Money.
That's it. Get into it.
That's
right.
my voice goes, by the way. doesn't go any higher than that.
Yeah, Atom's got it right. Jesus Christ. I love that Jack has built an entire show around his inability to read out loud. It's true. It's true.
Wow. This is how you get better at something. You practice, right?
The thing is, though, mate, I can actually read. I can read really well, right?
Or worse in your case.
No, but it's the simple fact that I can hear myself half a second after I speak. I'm trying my hardest not to be speech jammed, but I'm also trying to read ahead in the book, you know, like scan read and do all the voices and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. But you're right. You're right. Nevertheless, dark elves and cave trolls are pouring into the cavern, attacking the shield maiden. As the paladin and the priest rush to her aid, the other thing is my tongue keeps slipping over itself. The priest rushed to her aid and you see a huge shadowy figure looming behind the sea of elves and trolls. The paladin's glittering sword cuts through the horde, but the dark elves are using magic, and the shield maiden is unable to turn back their attack. She falls beneath their onslaught. The huge fiend howls triumphantly just as the wizard completes his spell. Suddenly, you are in blinding sunshine. You are standing at the lip of an immense chasm. You realize that this must be the rift the Crusaders spoke of. The rocky earth is blackened and cracked, full of pits and fissures. The noisome... is that right? Yeah. The noisome fumes rise from the depths of the chasm. To the west, you see a range of green hills, partially covered in the trees and thick woodland. A few hundred meters to your right, you can see where a forest begins, extending all the way to the hills. You realize that you must head in the direction of the hills to reach Greyguilds, but which route will you take? Will you go through the forest, or would you rather take a more direct route across open ground?
Well, the forest will provide cover, but I don't know what else is in there. I can see everything around me in the open ground, but then again, they can all see me too, so this is a bit of a conundrum. Screw it. Let's take the direct route over open ground.
Okay, 134. You set off against the rocky, broken ground towards the hills. After a short while, you notice two armed bands running towards you. The group to the south consists of 20 or more orcs, snarling as they lope purposefully towards you. They are hunched and misshapen, dressed in greasy blackened leather and carrying saw-toothed scimitars. Their shields are emblazoned with a purple claw. To the north, you can make out a small group of dark elves, similar to those which killed the shield maiden. They are tall and lithe, wearing ornately spiked armor and carrying long swords of dull black metal. They are some way off, but they are closing fast. So will you head for the orcs, head for the elves, run for the hills, or hide?
Let's find out how fast they can run. Let's run for the hills.
Run for your life. Here we go then. You run as fast as you can along the rocky ground. Your lungs are burning with the effort. As you approach the hills, you look back and you see that both groups are now roughly the same distance behind you. The elves coming from the north are in a tight pack, while the orcs to the south are beginning to string out. Will you head north to meet the elves, climb a hill to the south to face the orcs, or run on?
Let's run on.
Let's do it. Your legs are beginning to grow heavy as you reach a gap in two hills. You are slowing now, and you wonder how much longer they can keep this up. Looking back, you are pleased to see that the elves and orcs have met and are engaged in bloody battle. The elves are making short work of the orcs. Strange sparks leap from their hands, killing the orcs instantly. You realize that any respite you have gained will be short-lived, and you press on. Over the hill, you come to a verdant valley deep in ferns. When you reach the floor of the valley, you find a pool into which a spring is bubbling. Feeling thirsty after having come so far, you step forward to the pool to drink, where the branches of a gnarled old willow tree meet the water. Almost immediately, you begin to feel strangely sleepy and realize that you are swaying, about to topple into the pool. You're going to have to test your luck. So, if you could please... Oh, well actually, your first luck roll, you don't even have to roll for it because you are lucky. So I'm just going to reduce this to 11. Oh, not 22. These go to 11. So yes, you've now got 11 luck. You were lucky, so we will turn to 36. You struggle to overcome the drowsiness and the spell is broken. Looking up, you can see 2 large green eyes staring at you from the trunk of the willow. Before you can step back, you are attacked by the branches of the enraged tree. You must fight the willow weird. It has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 20. Christ. Let me think about this. Let's have a look at those monetization options. Let's see what can help you here. Okay, you've got 19. If you were to spend 15, you could buy an insta-kill spell. And then that'd kill the willow weird immediately. But you'd only have 4 rubies left then.
Yeah, you know, we've been balls to the wall so far. I think we're gonna continue on this streak. So no to the purchase, and let's get it on, Old Man Willow, because that's who it is. It's Old Man Willow somehow. Transported from Arda.
Let's do it then. Right, so let's get your adventure sheet up. They've got a skill of 8 and a stamina of 20. This is gonna be a slog. Right, so we'll start the battle shortly. How the battles work is first you roll for the enemy by rolling 2d6. We add their skill score to that, and then we roll your attack strength and we add your skill to it. Whoever's the highest wins the attack round. If you win the attack round, we'll take 2 off the monster. If they win the attack round, we'll take 2 stamina points off you. You can use your luck during battle. If you win the attack round, if you are lucky, we will take another 2 stamina away from the monster. If you're unlucky, we'll give them 1 back. However, if you lose the attack round, you can mitigate damage by being lucky. If you are lucky, we'll give you 1 stamina back. If you're unlucky, we'll take another 1 away from you. Are those rules clear?
Yep, let's do it.
Right then, let's get it on. Let's get that battle music on. Without further ado, if you wouldn't mind rolling 2d6 for your enemy, please. A 5 and a 2 gives them 15. And then if you can roll 2 for yourself, please. Sometimes it takes its time. A 3 and a 2. Unfortunately, you have lost the attack round and we'll have to reduce your stamina down to 17. I always ask this after every round. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy then, please. Oh, that's a bad one. And what's more, so this is a rule that I bought in a good few months ago now. If either you or the enemy rolls a double 6 and you win the attack round, then you get to inflict 1 extra damage on the person, basically. So they could potentially inflict an extra point of damage. It's like a critical blow. So they have rolled 20. Can you roll 2d6 for yourself, please? Yeah, I'm afraid that's not going to cut it. 13 again. And unfortunately, we've got to take you down to 14 because they did the extra blow. You can mitigate some of that by trying to test your luck, and we'll give you a point back if you're lucky.
Let's test the luck.
Okay, 2d6 please. You got to get 11 or below. You did it. There you go, 9. So we'll take 1 away for your luck now, and we'll bring you back up to 15. Okay, next attack round. 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 4 and a 2 gives them 14. That's a bit better. And 2 for yourself, please. A 4 and a 5. That'll do it. You've won your first attack round. So we'll reduce their stamina down to 18. Would you like to test your luck or carry on? If you are lucky, we'll take another 2 points off them. If you're unlucky, we'll give them 1 back.
I'm feeling petty. Let's do it. Let's test the luck.
Okay, you got to get 10 or below on 2d6, please. You did it. There we go. Take that, Willow Weird, you bastard. So that was one successful attack. There we go. Because it does say in the book here as well, if you make 4 successful attacks, then we'll move on to the next page. So 2d6 for the enemy, please. Legatus is saying, you do know that the dice are still hiding under your side scroller where the avatar and chat appears on the screen. Is it? That must be an EV Mux thing. Everything's on top. Like, I don't know. It may go underneath here, or it, like, sorry, it may go underneath my camera, or it may go underneath the chat. But it's okay. I can still see it. You guys in the chat don't need to see it. I can still see it. Anyway, yes, sorry. 5 and 2 gave them 15. And 2 for yourself, please. Ooh, unlucky. Gives you 13. They won by 2 points. I'm afraid you've lost the attack round. We'll bring your stamina down to 13. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for your enemy, please. A 3 and a 1 gives them 12. And 2 for yourself, please. $14. Well done. You win the attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 14. Do you want to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 4 and a 2. There you go. That's 14 again for them. And 2 for yourself, please. A 6 and a 5. Gives you 19. Well done. That's another successful attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 12 now. Let's just add these up. There's another one and another one. So you've got 3 successful attack rounds now. Do you want to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on. I don't want to waste too much luck.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 5 and a 1 gives them 14 again. Could this be the killer blow? 2d6 for yourself. A 1 and a 4. No. Unfortunately, you did not win that attack round. So now you've got 11 stamina. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Let's test the luck. Let's test the luck.
Okie dokie. 9 or below on 2d6, please. Yep, you did it. Good job. Well done. We'll give you 1 back. And so now, 2d6 for your enemy, please. 5 and a 1 again gives them another 14. That's 3 in a row for them now. And 2 for yourself, please.
Yeah.
A 4 and a 3. I think that did it. 15 to 14. Yep, that's 4 successful attack rounds. Their stamina has been brought down to 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. For now, the battle's up. Yeah. Fuck you, Willow. Old man Willow. So, yes, you won, or at least you made 4 successful attacks. Congratulations. Let's move on. With a mighty blow, your sword cuts through one of the willow's branches, and some sap from the tree falls onto your arm. The willow gives a low moan and stops attacking, and it pulls its branches back from you. Will you plunge your arm into the pool or beat a hasty retreat?
I mean, I already beat the tree, so let's stick the arm in the pool.
Stick the arm in the pool. 161. Before you plunge your arm into the water, you notice that the sap from the I think that's supposed to be tree.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. The sap from the tree is healing a small graze on your wrist. You realize it has healing powers and decide to collect some more sap from the branch that you cut from the tree. You may use the sap of the willow to restore 4 stamina points once, when you think it will help the most. Moving quickly away from the spring, you decide to follow this small river that runs through the valley, heading west. So before we go any further, we can put the sap of the willow into your adventure sheet, and you can keep it in your equipment list. Or if you want to, you could use it now and restore some stamina points.
Let's put it in the bag. Let's hold on to it for now.
Okay. Willow sap. I'll ask you if you want to take the opportunity to eat any provisions, restore some stamina. 1 provision restores 4 stamina.
Yeah, let's have a snack.
Okie dokie. Just the 1?
Yes.
Okie dokie. You got 9 left and you have 16 stamina. There we go. Lovely. Right then, turn to 39. You wend your way along the bank of the river that runs west from the spring and leave the ferns behind. The terrain has become a little more open now. Looking back, your heart quickens as you catch sight of one of the dark elves sniffing at your trail. He moves with a lithe swiftness which would seem graceful if it wasn't for his spiked black armor and deadly expression. While you are watching, he stands up and points in your direction. They are not far behind. You must decide quickly. What will you do? Run along the riverbank, plunge into the river and run along for some distance before scrambling up the bank, or hide in a clump of bushes?
Well, they already know where I am, so staying in one place seems kind of stupid.
Maybe. Who knows?
But if I plunge into the river, they'll definitely know where I am. Because it'll be loud.
It may very well be loud.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking... Then again, we've been doing nothing but running, so screw it. Let's hide in a clump of bush to see if there's ambush possibilities.
Okie dokie. 307. You hide yourself in the bushes, hoping that the elves will be unable to follow your trail. Test your luck. I'm going to give you an opportunity now, right? So, you could use the potion of luck to restore yourself back to, initial values +1. So your luck will go from 8 to 13 if you drink your potion of luck. You could also use that adventurer's pot there to buy something from the list. However, if you wanted to go for a random potion for 2 rubies, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of getting a luck potion. If you buy a potion of choice, you still have to roll a 6 to get a luck potion, because otherwise it'd be too overpowered.
Right.
Do you get what I mean? So you can either take that potion of luck that you've already got, not do anything, or buy something else. It's completely up to you before you roll this luck roll, because you've got to get 8 or below on 2d6.
Let's go ahead and take the potion that we already have.
There we are then. Used quite early on in the game, but not a problem. You've now got 2 free luck rolls where you definitely will be lucky. So in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the 1 from you. You're still going to be lucky on the next luck roll. And we will head to 293. You wait for some time, trying to ignore the growing ache in your muscles. Nothing happens, and you decide to risk breaking cover and cross the river. What the fuck was the point in that? Did I miss something? Did I press the wrong thing? That was the last one was at 39.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's just go back a minute. So you hid in a clump of bushes, tested your luck. You were lucky. That was 293. And it's taken us to 293. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know why it's led you in that direction, but it didn't actually do anything. The river flows out of the hills into... I'm sorry about that, Sam. The river flows out of the hills into a wide plain, where it turns north. You strike out west across the wild grasslands. Just when you think you finally lost your pursuers, you notice a group of figures closing fast. Cursing under your breath, you realize that they are on you again. Doggedly, you force yourself on, but the strain takes its toll. Lose 2 stamina points.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, right. It's always the way, mate. But you have still got provisions. So, you know. You could take yourself up to 18 by eating another provision right now.
I mean, you know, after all that dogged running and all that, I'm flagging, I'm losing stamina, you know, maybe it is time for a snack.
A quick snackaroo, a bit of a Scooby snack, bong and a blitz, smoking a pancake. There you go. So you've got 8 provisions left now. You're at 18 stamina again. So just as you're steeling yourself to turn and face your fell adversaries, you see a cloud of dust ahead. You can soon make out a group of 20 horsemen. They wheel their steeds towards you, and the drumming of hooves carries to you over the breeze as they canter in your direction. Seeing this, the elves seem to give up and chase and fall back. Sorry, the elves give up the chase and fall back, obviously unwilling to encounter the riders. You are thankful to see the back of them and decide to wait for the riders to approach. As they get nearer, you can see that this is a band of warrior women, clad in chainmail and studded leather armor. Their faces look grim and unwelcoming as they wheel around you, forming a close circle. Their captain spurs her horse forward and tersely demands what you're doing out here on the edge of the moor. What will you do? There's 5 options here. Will you ask them to aid you in your quest? Say that you're from another world? Say that you are the sole survivor of an ambushed caravan? Pretend that you are deaf and dumb? Or demand... demand... The first rule of Nef Club is you do not knock about Nef Club. Yeah, or do you demand they escort you to Grey Guilds on the Moor?
Well, I've been pretty straightforward for pretty much the whole time, so we're going to continue that streak and ask them to aid on the quest.
101. The captain and other members of the patrol start to laugh at you. She throws her head back with her hands on her hips and stares at you. Give me your sword and climb up behind Elvira here. She points to one of the younger women. We must take you back to Grey Guilds. Will you hand her your sword or refuse to give it up?
Well, we don't want any premature poking now, do we? So let's hand her the sword.
That might be a wise option. Is that a sword, or are you happy to see me? It's a fucking sword, okay? Look, we all know how sweaty.
Stabbed, you're bleeding. It's
yeah, we all know how sweaty horses get. If you've ever ridden a horse, horses sweat, bro. I'm not in the mood right now. Elvira helps you up behind her. She appears none too pleased at the prospect of sharing her horse with you, and you ride in silence across the wilderness. You also lose 2 skill points until you acquire another sword.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So you now have a current skill of 6.
Yeah, I don't know why she wouldn't be excited to have a guy who's just been like fighting trees and running for his fucking life across the open plain to just be so close to her. I'm sure I smell wonderful.
And especially since you have so many tentacles that you can wrap around her.
And in her. Anyway, moving on.
Right, anyway, 257. You ride on into the late afternoon, moving from the wilderness to a grey and desolate moor. Ahead you can see the walls of a large city. A salute is given as you approach the huge arch gate in a fortified wall. The captain details half her patrol to remain on guard at the gate. Turning to you, she says, "We are taking you to Horkana. She will want to ask you some questions. Do you want to seize the first opportunity to fight your way out, or go quietly and see what happens?"
Well, they haven't exactly threatened me. I'm not technically a prisoner. So let's just go quietly and see what happens.
You ride into the City of Learning, Grey Guilds, along a street called Moorgate. Many of the buildings are quite grand, built of light grey stone. You see a mixture of people in the streets. There are some men wearing light blue togas who are sages and professors from the Guilds of Learning. Other groups of young men and women are carrying books and scrolls. You realize that, unarmed as you are no match for these women and have no alternative but to go with them.
Take me, ladies.
You are taken along Moorgate, past various food and pottery shops, and then down bustling Store Street. They turn right down Guard Street and come to a halt outside a squat grey building. It's a watch house. The patrol dismounts and you are ushered inside. After a short delay, you are taken into a large office. Inside is a tall, striking, raven-haired woman, dressed in a long black cloak which parts to reveal the polished hilt of a longsword. Her bearing suggests great personal power. She stands and greets you. "I am Horkana, High Priestess of the Temple of Fel Carinla and Marshal of the Watch. You have been telling some unusual stories." She nods and the guards begin to search you. You try to resist but are held powerless. The talisman is ripped from its place of concealment and handed to Horkana. She recognizes it immediately and laughs with a rapturous delight. She turns away and says, "I'm going to the temple. Throw this fool out into the street." You are hustled out of the door of the watch house and it slams shut behind you. You have lost the talisman. What will you do next? So you've been brought to Grey Guilds on the moor. You've been brought to Horkana. She's ripped the talisman off your neck, which I don't actually need to delete from your adventure sheet because I forgot to write it on there. But nevertheless, you've lost it now. So what are you going to do now? You're in the middle of nowhere, like in this town. You don't know what to do. You've got no sword. So are you going to go back down Guard Street to Store Street, turn down Smith Street, or walk down the Street of Seven Sins?
I assume these streets are named for the literal professions that are on them.
Maybe.
Because, one would be tempted to go to Street of Seven Sins for obvious reasons, but I think currently I need to rearm, so let's go to Smith Street.
Okay, good choice. Turn down Smith Street, 303. You stride down Smith Street. Next door to a tinker's shop, you see what appears to be an armourer's. Do you want to go in or pass it by? I think we know the answer.
Yeah, let's see what they got. Yeah.
Inside, working at an anvil, is a brawny man glistening with sweat. He's fashioning the hilt of a sword. Other finished swords stand in a rack along one side of the shop. Take your pick. 7 gold pieces, he says without looking up. You may buy one of these if you wish, or thank him and leave.
How much gold do I have? 10?
10, yeah.
10? All right, let's do it. Let's get the sword.
You choose a sword which feels well balanced. It's a well-crafted longsword similar to those used by the warrior women. You may restore the 2 skill points you lost if you had your sword taken. You pay the man and you leave. Good job. There you go. So we'll give you your 2 points back. You got your sword back, even though you only have now 3 gold.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. Turn to 104. You continue on down Smith Street. There are no shops here and the street is deserted except for a stooping, cowled figure who looks like a beggar. He comes up to you and suddenly draws himself up into his full height. Inside the cowl there is nothing. No face, just 2 glowing coals suspended in the blackness. Your horror at this apparition turns to dread as it hisses a sibilant whisper. Did you think that you could run from death? Give me the talisman. A black gloved claw reaches out to you. Do you say that you no longer have the talisman or attack this thing immediately?
Again, been pretty straightforward for pretty much the whole time. Don't have it anymore. Just tell him.
Okie dokie. Lies! It hisses, and it strikes you with its claw before you can move. A chill numbness spreads from the wound, and you feel as if your lifeblood is being drained away. You lose 1 skill point and 2 stamina points. Now you must fight the minion of death. Each time it strikes you, you lose 1 skill point as well as the normal stamina loss. It has a skill of 7 and a stamina of 7. Now, before we start the battle, don't forget, you actually have a backtrack. So you could go back to the previous paragraph and choose the other option to see what happens. Otherwise, we'll deduct what it says here and we can start the battle.
I mean, I don't think I've been playing like the kind of guy who would go back, so let's start the battle.
Jolly good then. Well, I'm going to take 1 skill point away from you. If it attacks you and it wins, you'll keep losing skill points basically until you're done.
So I'm feebly thrusting my limp wrists at it.
Get off. Right then, let's get on with it then. So, got a skill of 7 and a stamina of 7. You are both equally matched. without further ado, let's get the battle on. And if you would start the first attack round, please, by rolling 2d6 for your enemy. A 1 and a 5 gives them 13. And 2 for yourself, please. Nice. Oh, that's good. 6 and a 6 gives you 19. You win the attack round, and what's more, you do critical damage. So we've brought their stamina down to 4. Now, would you like to test your luck or carry on? If you test your luck, you will be lucky without a shadow of a doubt, and we'll take 2 more stamina points off them.
Let's do it. Let's take your stamina.
Okie dokie.
Let's test the luck.
So there you go. You've now got 11 luck, and they now have 2 stamina left. Next attack round, 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 3 and a 2 gives them 12. I've got a feeling you're going to be pretty lucky here. 2 for yourself, please. There you go. You did it, my friend. 17 beats their 12. And so you've won the battle. Congratulations. That was barely an inconvenience.
He didn't have to be a dick about it. That's all I'm saying. Like all he had to do was believe me. That's it. That's all I asked from him. I'm a straightforward dude in this campaign.
Is that JB in the chat I see there? Welcome, JB. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We're just in the middle of Samuel's run through the Talisman of Death here. Thanks for joining us. It's good to see you in the chat. Just double checking to make sure no one's donated something whilst we were playing. Nevertheless, your last blow meets no resistance. The grey cloak billows to the ground in a heap. All is silent except for the sudden keening of the wind. You rest and begin to overcome the shock to your system. If you have lost any skill points, all but 1 are restored. So you actually did lose only 1 skill point.
Yeah.
And I can't restore it because it says all but 1 are restored.
No, that's fair.
Unfortunately, cautiously, you move on, coming to Silver Street. Turning down Silver Street, you are startled by what sounds like men's voices whispering nearby. You soon realize that a trick of the wind is carrying their words to you through a broken piece of pipe, which connects a ramshackle house to an open drain. There are 3 of them, and it seems that they are planning to rob the jewelers, which you can plainly see on the bend of Silver Street. There is a shabby staircase leading up to the house, and you creep towards it. What are you going to do? Are you going to go up the staircase, walk quickly to the jewelers, or ignore this and turn into Store Street?
Seems like not my business, so let's ignore this and turn into Store Street.
Very well. You continue along Store Street and then down a tree-lined avenue called Booker's Walk. 2 very grand buildings built of blocks of grey stone stand on either side of the road. A group of young people in blue togas, escorted by a white-haired old man in pale blue robes, enters the building opposite. A flag showing books and scrolls is flying from the nearest building. It appears to be a library. Will you see what information the library has to offer, or investigate the other building to find out what the young people are doing? So, are you down with the kids, or are you revisiting your own youth by going to the library?
I mean, I'm no perv, so let's go to the library.
I don't think they're that young. I think they're young people, but they're not that young.
Also, let's be honest. I'm not a young man. I don't have any desire to go and prove how hip and cool I am to the up and coming generations whatsoever. So library it is.
Well, I do. Yes, I must prove that I know what a 6'7" is, or what an Italian brain rot is.
Dude, nobody knows what a 6'7" is.
It's 2 away from a 6'9", which is the better number. Anyway, so you're going to go to the library. Turn to 346. The entrance hall of the library is filled with desks at which scribes are working, copying, and scrolls. That doesn't make sense. Working and copying scrolls. There we go. Reclining on a plush window seat is a wrinkled old fellow in the pale blue robes of a scholar. You feel out of place wearing armor in a quiet of the library where the stillness is broken only by the scratching of pens. "Welcome to the largest library in Manmarch," says the sage. "Choose any tome or scroll you may wish to peruse. Perhaps I may be of assistance. What's your field of study?" Will you ask to read something about the gods, or ask to read about the history of Grey Guilds?
Well, I'm going to need to know probably more about the place I'm in if I'm going to achieve getting the talisman back. So let's go with history of Grey Guilds.
196 it is. The sage shows you to a side room full of reading desks. A few are by students of history, young and old. With an expansive gesture, he points to a wall lined with shelves, which are filled with scrolls and tablets. You choose a set of scrolls called Grey Guilds Revisited by Nylev. It is the story of a dissolute young nobleman who failed to take advantage of the education offered by the Guilds of Learning. You are able to glean much interesting information about the city. The religious orders hold all the power. You are astonished to find that Vagar, the god of thieves, liars, and cutthroats, has most followers within the city. There is a temple to death in the city as well. Indeed, it seems that Grey Guilds is not the tranquil city it once was. The armed forces protecting the city come from two groups. The warrior women who worship the evil goddess Felcarinla, and the followers of the All-Mother. Grey Guilds lies on the edge of a large plain called the Manmarch, or the Lands of Men. It is just one of many cities in this part of the world. As you are wondering whether you will ever visit Doomover or the Spires of Foreshadowing, the other students begin filing out. With a start, you realize it's already dark and you leave quickly, looking for a safe place to sleep.
You know, it's a wonder anybody moves to these places with names like those.
Doomover. You leave the building and continue on down Booker's Walk. The streets are already deserted and there are few lights in this part of the city. You search for the welcoming light of an inn. Then, without warning, the steel teeth of a hidden man-trap snap shut around your leg, ripping your flesh. You're in terrible pain. Lose 2 stamina points. Shadowy figures loom out of the murk all around you. Their faces glow with sickly pallor in the moonlight. They are wearing black robes, clasped at the neck by shrunken human skulls. Do you still have the Talisman of Death? You don't, so we'll have to turn to 150. However, quickly, I'm just going to take away those 2 stamina points. So you now have 16 stamina. What's Legata saying there? In my opinion, that would get more people interested in reading, perhaps. How many of those scrolls contain pictures of boobs? Indeed. Oh, is that what it is? Is that what it is, JB? 6 times 7 equals 42. I most certainly do not got the skibbity riz. I'm self-aware enough to know that I don't have the skibbity riz. Have you seen what show I'm doing right now? Like, this is a nerd's paradise.
Right? Not only is it a nerd's paradise, but man, I'm right there with you. Like, I don't even know what skibbity is. I'm a parent. I have no right to know what skibbity is.
But you should know what it is because your kids probably know what it is and they're laughing at us. They're laughing at us right now going, haha, you don't know what skibbity is, old man.
They're certainly laughing at us. That's true. That's fine. They'll find out. Time comes for us all, youngins.
It does. Well, unfortunately, you don't have the Talisman of Death, so we've got to go to 150.
We are the priesthood of death. Well, go figure.
We are the priesthood of death, says one of the figures. We've come for what ours. I'm assuming that's like two different people. Your arms are held and you are searched. Realizing that you are not carrying the talisman, they step back. One of them strikes you across the face. Where is it hidden, worm? Bitch slap. Psh. Where is it hidden, worm? Suddenly, the clatter of hooves disturbs the menacing priests, and a large group of riders carrying torches comes into sight, and the priests melt back into the shadows as silently as they came. The riders of the watch halt before you. You're in a pretty pickle. That's one less problem for us tonight. Hey, girls? This provokes a gale of laughter, but you fail to see the funny side as they ride off, leaving you held fast in the jaws of the trap.
God, they're such bitches.
What? Why do they keep kicking me in the balls? You are left alone to wonder how the lawkeepers of this city could be so cruel as to leave an innocent person in such dire straits. You tear feverishly at the trap, terrified of some footpad slitting your throat for his own vile amusement. Soft footsteps approach. You look over to your shoulder to see a man approaching. Here, he says, let me rescue you from this trap. He steps on the release catch which had been out of your reach, and the trap springs open. You step free, and he walks along by your side. Have you a place to stay tonight? Perhaps you would like to sleep in my humble abode, he asks, looking sideways at you. You are curious that he should be walking the streets alone at night, but you are also exhausted. So what will you do? Will you accept his offer and go home with him, or decline his offer and go to 107?
Well, I am exhausted, and I'm bleeding, and I'm hurt, and I'm just generally insulted because everybody in this city has been very rude except the librarian so far. And maybe this Smith was Kurt. He was Kurt, but
yeah,
you know,
he was doing business,
right? So no shade on the Smith, but I don't know that I'm so desperate as to go home with this creepy dude who comes out of the shadows and says, "Hey, you want to come to my place?" No, thank you. We're gonna go ahead and decline that offer. Thank you.
Okie dokie. 107. You walk off in the opposite direction. Your leg aches where the man-trap wounded you, and you cannot find an inn. Unable to go further, you curl up in an alley and sleep, despite the cold. Your awakening is rude indeed, for you are being dangled in front of the face of a huge ogre. He grins evilly as he swings your head against the wall and drops you. Lose 2 stamina points. If you're still alive, you must fight the ogre. The ogre has a skill of 8, a stamina of 10. Let's just take those 2 stamina points away quickly. You've got 14 now. I will allow you to eat some provisions, or 1 provision if you want to bring yourself back up to 18 before we start the battle. Or you could use your backtrack and choose again. You could like go with the dude instead.
I mean, I still think that I made the right choice. I'd rather get eaten by an ogre than potentially, stealth bummed.
Well, like just to put it into perspective for you, I don't think there's going to be any stealth bombing because these were made for 12-year-olds.
Sure.
These books were made for 12-year-olds in the 80s. So.
Sure, but even so, kids, be wary of strangers who offer you the delights of comfort. I'm just saying.
Yes. That's worth saying. Definitely. Okay, then. So if we're going to carry on, then, would you like to eat any provisions?
Yeah, why not? If I've got the option,
Okay.
let's grab a snack while I'm good and dazed from bashing my head against a wall.
Yeah. Should I actually allow this? Because you're incapacitated, ain't you?
I don't know. I mean, I still got to fight the guy, dizzy or not.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you. So let's have a look at this. Skill of 8, stamina of 10. 8, 10. There we go. So you're unevenly matched. He's a little bit stronger than you, being an ogre, of course. Perhaps that might be realistic. But you do have to battle this to the death. There is no option to escape. So, unfortunately, you can't escape. So, without further ado, let's get it on. And could you please roll 2d6 for your enemy? A 4 and a 2 gives them 14. And 2 for yourself, please. A 6 and a 2 gives you 15. Well done. You win the attack round by 1 point. We'll bring their stamina down to 8. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Not just yet. Carry on.
Okie dokie. 2d6 for the enemy then, please. A 5 and a 2 again gives them... Sorry, that gives them 15. And 2 for yourself, please. A 4 and a 2. I'm afraid it's not going to cut it this time. You lose the attack round. You lose 2 stamina points. You now have 16. Test your luck or carry on.
Carry on.
2d6, please. A 2 and a 6 gives them 16. I can see Atoms in the chat there saying that I've just received a brand new donation, so we'll just quickly take a look at that. Oh my golly gosh. Crimson Shadow coming in clutch with a $20 donation into the Adventurer's Pot. A gift from Shadow to Sam. $20 converts into about 15 quid. So you now have 34 in the Adventurer's Pot.
Nice.
No, is that right?
Wait.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's your game.
34. Quick maths. So actually, right now, you could theoretically buy an insta-kill spell, which you could, use to your advantage right now, kill the ogre outright and carry on, and you'd still have lots of monies left over.
We could do that, but I kind of want to see how this plays out.
Okie dokie. Well, what I'm going to say is thank you very much, Crimson. Your donations are very welcome, and they grease the gears of the cogs of this channel. So thank you. You are truly appreciated. And let's get rid of that. Yes, thanks, Atom, as well, for letting us know. Atom's really good at this kind of stuff, because I often leave the highlighted comments up, and I don't read the chat and stuff like that. And he's like, Read the fucking chat. Anyway, it's your roll, so if you wouldn't mind, 2d6 for yourself, please. A 4
Shit.
and a 2. I'm afraid that's a no. So we're going to have to bring your stamina down to 14. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on. Let's carry on.
Okay. 2d6, please.
Some bitch.
A 5 and a 2 again. This seems to be like a running theme now. 15 for them.
Yeah.
And 2 for yourself, please. Nice. A 6 and a 5 gives you 18. You win the attack round. Well done. We'll bring their stamina down to 6. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on.
2d6, please.
Still hit on one.
A 3 and a 3 gives them 14. And 2d6 for yourself, please. A 3 and a 2 gives you 12. You lose the attack round and will reduce your stamina down to 12. Test your luck or carry on.
Well, we're going to carry on. We're going to carry on.
2d6 then, please. A 3 and a 3 gives them 14 again. And 2 for yourself, please.
Maybe this is.
Maybe it's what, sorry?
Nothing. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
That's 16 to 14. Well done. You win the attack round. We'll bring their stamina down to 4. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Carry on, please.
2d6, please. A 6 and a 3 gives them 17. And then 2 for yourself, please. Nice. You win by 1 point. We'll bring their stamina down to 2. Now, if you test your luck at this point and you're lucky, you'll kill the ogre. Otherwise, we can just carry on.
Kill him. That's the luck.
Okay, 2d6 for your luck. Need another one. There we go. 2 4s. That's 8. Well done. You did it, which means you've defeated the ogre. He's dead. He's gone. Where's he gone? There we go.
And I did it with a concussion.
And you did it with a concussion? Unequally matched to him as well. Congratulations. Good job, buddy. Didn't need to use any potions, no insta-kill spells. That was a pretty solid run.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out, actually.
Yeah, you should be. Well done. So you won. Let's turn to 74. You stumble off through the darkness, looking for somewhere safer to rest. At last, you see an empty stable, and you bed down in the straw. However, you fall asleep into a deep slumber and then begin to dream. The paladin crusader you saw in the rift appears to you, and he seems to be giving advice. The shimmering that once lined his sword now surrounds him like a halo. He urges you to enlist the help of the Thieves' Guild, though it grieves me to put me fucking teeth back in. Though it grieves me to suggest you should have dealings with such people, you may find them in the Red Dragon Inn. They may help you to recover the talisman from Felcarinla's temple, where it now lies. Suddenly, the dream seems even more real as the paladin is shouting, "Awake! Awake! You're in grave danger!" You wake and everything is silent, but the light of the moon, by the light of the moon, you see tendrils of mist curling round the door jamb. The door crashes open. A pall of mist spills into the stable, and a warrior clad in full plate armor, as black as night, and wielding a cruelly spiked mace, steps forward. He raises his visor, and you can see nothing inside his helmet. Your gaze is held. Now it seems that you're looking upon the fires of hell. You are filled with despair as the black mace is raised to crush you. You must fight the Death Knight. This Death Knight has a skill of 10 and a stamina of 15. If your stamina is reduced to 6 or below, turn to 193. If you win, turn to 62.
Well, that figures, right? First Old Man Willow and now the Witch King of Angmar.
Yep. Now might be the time to buy that insta-kill spell.
I think you're probably right. You're probably right. I didn't want to do it, but I think we're gonna have to do that.
Okie dokie. So the insta-kill spell costs 15 rubies, ruby boobies. So you've got 19 again. Thanks a lot, Krim. Shut up.
Seriously, coming in clutch.
So you win instantly. You wave your finger in the air. You say a few words. It's one of your tentacles, isn't it? You wave a tentacle in the air and you say some magic words. Hocus pocus.
Yeah,
fuck off. And there he goes. He's dead. With a clatter of armor, the Death Knight folds at the knees and vanishes. A vision of the paladin appears. Well done. You are a valiant warrior, worthy of the quest. Here, take my holy sword. It will aid you, for I no longer can. He hands you his glittering sword, and the vision fades. The sword feels real enough, and its glow lights up the stable. Your wounds are magically healed as you touch it. Regain up to 6 stamina points. A gift from the paladin. You may add 1 skill when using the holy sword. Right.
Sweet.
Looks like you. I know. Looks like you're back to normal then.
Yeah.
So you've got the holy sword, which I assume you want to use.
Oh yeah.
It means you get 1 extra skill, and you've returned to 18 stamina. Banging.
That's right. You can't kill me, motherfuckers. He says with all the cockiness in the world that will surely get him killed.
Well, you're doing better than Greg, I think. There was a running theme with Greg, and it was the old man must die. He also did not go with the dude that offered to take you back to his house because he was afraid of being bummed as well. Literally the same fear. I mean, that's natural, right?
Right. I think so.
Yeah, me too. Unless it's Abe, of course.
You know, some strange guy invites me over to their house. I take it as a kindness if they don't put it in my butt while I'm there.
Anyway, you sleep again until the late morning sun, shining into the stable. It wakes you up. You stretch and your hand touches something cold lying in the straw. It's a gold piece, which you decide to pocket before leaving the stable. If you want to go down one of the side streets that leads to the Street of Seven Sins and the Red Dragon Inn, turn to 57. If you decide against mixing with thieves and try to take the talisman from the temple on your own, turn to 221.
Well, I don't think I can take all the sexy, rude women by myself. So I think we're gonna have to go to the Red Dragon Inn.
Let's try it out then. You take a side street which leads to the the Street of Seven Sins, and are almost pushed aside by a couple of students in blue togas. They're quarreling and begin fighting in front of you. Sorry, they are quarreling. You see, sometimes I often talk like William Shatner acts. They are quarreling and begin fighting in front of you. No, but yes, they begin quarreling in front of you. It seems that one of them disagrees violently with something the other has said. As they tussle, you notice that the angry young man has dropped a small brass tiger charm. Will you interrupt the quarrel and give them back the charm, ignore them and go on your way, or pick up the charm?
Well, in keeping with my my straightforward nature this run, I'm going to interrupt the quarrel and give the charm back.
Jolly good. The angry young man turns to you, a puzzled expression on his face. He thanks you and says, I don't know why we were quarrelling, really. He takes the charm from you and you walk on. Fortune will smile on you for being so honest. Gain 1 luck point.
Nice.
Good job. Soon afterwards, you hear the fight breaking out again. You're always making trouble, shouts the other young man, and so you leave them to it. So I'm just adding 1 luck to your luck score. You've got 10 currently, and now you have 11. This has been a lucky run for you.
Indeed.
The gods are in your favour. You come out of the Street of Seven Sins and soon find the Red Dragon Inn. Steps lead downwards and the sound of raucous laughter floats up from the smoke-filled gloom below. You enter and walk over to the only part of the dive where it's light enough to make anything out. Passing tables and stools, you come to the bar, behind which stands a bulky proprietor of the inn. Do you have the brass tiger charm? That's a no. So we'll turn to number 3. You ask the barman for a mug of ale. While he pours you your drink, your eyes adjust to the gloom and you survey his customers. You have never seen a more disreputable bunch of villainous-looking cutthroats. The barman says, "That'll be a piece of gold." You hand over your money. As you replace your money pouch, a dozen pairs of eyes watch closely. The only one who doesn't is a stooped old man cleaning slops off an empty table. Will you talk to the barman, walk over to the old man, or approach the 6 surly-looking men who look like thieves?
I think we're going to walk over to the old man. Something about that ain't off. It's a little off.
The old man. The toothless old man mutters at you. He tells you that this ale cellar is a dangerous place. Having given his warning, he shuffles fearfully away. Will you go back to the bar or go over to the table where the 6 surly-looking men are sitting?
All right, let's start the bar fight. Let's go over to talk to the 6 surly men.
You introduce yourself to the motley group of villains. They don't reply, but you persevere, saying that you only wish to speak to them for a few moments. One of them, whose face is marked by a jagged scar running from ear to chin, fixes you with a stare and grates. "We don't care for the law, so watch yourself. You could be dead before you knew we move." So will you ask them the way to the Thieves Guild, say that you need some help with some unfinished business, or boldly retort that their threats don't scare you?
That last one's a no-go. That's like saying, "Come on, son, if you think you're hard enough." I'm not doing that.
I have been in one too many bar fights because of that exact phrase. I know where this is going.
It's like, On top of that, my character has been inundated with fight after fight. So we're just gonna go with uh, hmm. I don't know for a fact that they're members of the Thieves Guild.
Uh-huh.
So I will start a little subtly by saying that I need help with some unfinished business.
246. They appear interested and offer you some ale. You accept a mug and do not drink. You suggest that in helping you, they might gain a great deal. They agree to meet you and tell you to come to the Thieves Guild at midday tomorrow via disguised coal hole in Hornbeam. In Hornbeam Road. You begin to chat to them. So a disguised coal hole in Hornbeam Road. That's where you've got to go.
Really a good thing that this was written for children, because an adult's not going to see that.
Do you know what? As I read them, as an adult, of course, I do think to myself that maybe Ian Livingston and Steve Jackson were having a right old laugh writing these and just putting innuendo in them everywhere.
Right.
The coal hole.
I see it. It's right there.
It's right there. I can see what you did. Here we go then. 169. 2 newcomers enter the Red Dragon ale cellar. Oh, you could just call it a pub. Anyway, 2 newcomers enter the Red Dragon. The first is very tall. He's a wiry man whose frame is draped in a black cloak. The only hint of colour is his hair, very curly and dyed bright corn yellow. The second is a handsome young woman dressed in a bizarre patchwork of armour. The barman mutters under his breath, then forces his face into a smile. "Tuchev! Cassandra!" he shouts obsequiously. The thieves move away from you and sit at another table. Tuchev strolls to the bar and orders a drink. Cassandra sits opposite you at your table. She ignores you and Tuchev joins her. Will you say nothing, get up and leave the ale cellar, or introduce yourself?
I'm a straightforward dude. I'll introduce myself.
Sounds fair enough. Here we go. 374. They tell you their names are Tuchev and Cassandra, and Tuchev says, "You're a newcomer. What brings you to the Red Dragon?" The beautiful Cassandra takes a dagger from her boot and starts to toss it end over end, catching it every time by the tip. As you consider your answer, she tosses it again, but does not catch it. It buries itself into the table a centimetre from your hand. Will you say that you wish to meet some thieves? Say that you came in for a drink? Or tell them to mind their own business? There's that third choice again.
Yeah, that's the same choice as the last time. It's that. Come on, son, let's get it on. No, we're not going to do that again. Here's the thing, though. I'm kind of concerned now that the people who told me to meet them at the Thieves Guild just prior may not, in fact, be who they're leading me to believe they are, because they didn't say they were Thieves Guild. They said meet them at the Thieves Guild, right?
They did say that.
Whereas these guys, they come in acting like they own the place, which kind of leads me to believe that possibly they do. So let's go with say I wish to meet some thieves. See what happens.
I'm a thief, amongst other things, says Tuchev. Why do you wish to meet thieves? You tell them that you have some unfinished business and need some help. Ah, yes, he says, but I am needed at my temple. I'm not interested. Will you take your leave and go up the steps out onto the street, or mention that the business involves the talisman of death?
Let's be honest. Let's tell them it involves a talisman.
Okay, 327. They betray a flicker of interest. Chuchev calmly says, I have no time for such adventures, but his curiosity is obvious. You begin to think you may have made a mistake in telling them and get up to leave. As you climb the steps to the street, you see Tuchev walking over to the thieves. You step out, squinting against the bright light of the late afternoon sun. Add 1 luck for visiting the Red Dragon and living to tell the tale. You are back in the street of Seven Sins. If you have met a sage and he has invited you to dinner, you may turn to 2229. If you have not been invited or do not wish to go, you may go down a side street called Cobbler's Walk, heading west, or down Merchant Street, heading north.
Yeah, had 1 luck for not dying.
Yeah, basically, you lived to tell the tale. That was not the worst outcome.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I think, well, we didn't, as far as I know, we haven't met a sage who has invited us to dinner.
That's right.
So, we will go, let's go to Cobbler's Walk, heading west.
Jolly good. Oh, I've added that 1 luck point, so you're up to 12 luck now.
Very lucky.
You are. Cobbler's Walk then, heading west, 195. You continue along Cobbler's Walk, turning a corner or two. Suddenly, a body comes crashing through a nearby window into the street. Splinters of glass fly everywhere, but you are unharmed. Moving closer, you see a mangled corpse of a man dressed in black robes covered with odd symbols. A door to the nearby house bursts open and a man dressed in a silver robe with black symbols runs into the street, screaming, "Flee! Run for your life!" As he disappears, in the doorway, a monstrous figure now stands. It springs at you with a demonic howl. It's 3 meters high, with the head and hind legs of an elk. Its bloated humanoid torso is mottled blue and grey, and its breath clouds the air with crystals of ice. It points at you, and a gale of freezing sleet hits you. The chill is almost crippling. Lose 3 stamina points. If you're still alive, the demon reaches for you with its powerful talons, and you must fight it. So before you do that, you could use your backtrack if you wanted to and choose a different path. Otherwise, you can fight the ice demon. Don't forget you've still got 19 rubies in your adventurer's pot to spend on some boons, perhaps.
Indeed. So I'm not going to go back. I'm not going to go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to go back, Kate.
I'm gonna fuck Frozen Bambi over here pretty hard, I think.
Okie dokie. Well, you've just lost 3 stamina points, so you're down to 15. If you ate 1 provision right now, you'd be up to 19.
Sure, let's do that, if you'll allow it.
Yep. You've got 6 provisions left now after eating that 1, but you are back up to 19 stamina. You got 12 luck, and you are at a current skill of 8. So let's just add this in. It's got a skill of 8 and a stamina of 10. Right, let's get your adventure sheet up then. And without further ado, let's get the battle on. 2d6 for your enemy, please, to start the first attack round. That's a nice, good start. 11 is the score for them. 2 for yourself, please.
Sword up his frozen butt.
A 3 and a 5. Oh. A 3 and a 5 should do it. 16 to their 11. Good job. You win the attack round, bring their stamina down to 8. Test your luck or carry on?
Let's go ahead and test the luck.
Okie dokie. Well, you will be lucky. We'll bring your luck down to 11, and we'll take 2 more points off them. Good job. Next attack round, 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 6 and a 3. Ouch. Gives them 17. And 2 for yourself, please. A 3 and a 5 gives you 16. Oh, unlucky. By 1 point, you lost the attack round. You've now got 17 stamina left. Test your luck or carry on?
I think we're good. Carry on.
2d6 for the enemy. You know what I'm saying. A 5 and a 4. It's a pretty high score comparatively. Shit. But it's 17. So 2d6 for yourself, please. I think that's a 3 and a 4 there. Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, 15. You've lost the attack round. 15 to their 17, which means we have to bring your stamina down to 15. Test your luck or carry on?
We're going to carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please.
All right, wait.
Oh dear. That's a high one.
Well, you remember what I said about shoving this holy sword up his butt? I think it might be going the other way.
Yeah, you've fallen on your own sword, hoisted by your own petard.
Right.
2 for yourself, please. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
that was a very bad one. You've got 13 points left. 13 stamina.
Hell.
Test your luck or carry on?
The lucky streak had to come to an end at some point.
It's not over yet, mate.
Carry on. We're still ahead. All right.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 19 again for them. 2d6 for yourself, please. Yeah, a 6 and a 1, I'm afraid. 15 to their 19. You've lost the attack round again. And we'll have to bring your stamina down to 11. Would you like to test... Sorry?
I just said, don't get cocky, kids.
All right, kid. Don't get pinnacy. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
We'll go ahead and let's test the luck.
2d6 for the enemy. Sorry, 2d6. You got to get 11 or below. Yeah, that was easy enough. Means you get a point back. Good job. 2d6 for the enemy then, please. Oh. Stop rolling high for them. That's the trick.
Lady luck has forsaken me. I'm trying.
Need another one.
Oh, that only rolled a 1.
Yeah. Oh.
That doesn't matter. It's fine.
So 13. Don't forget as well, you've still got 19 in your adventurer's pot. You could buy a reroll for 5. At any time, you can buy a reroll.
Yeah, I kind of. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're good.
Okie dokie.
We're good. I'm gonna ride this out right with the pony right into the grave.
Right, a 5 and a 2. Incidentally, you've got 10 points left, stamina points. That's 15 for them. And if you can roll 2 for yourself, please. It looks like a 5 and a 4 on my screen. So 17 to their 15. Well done. You win the attack round. Bring their stamina down to 4. You want to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on. Let's ride this.
Let's do it then. 2d6 for the enemy, please.
Hey, remember.
5 and a 1. Gives them 14. It's not too bad. It's doable. 2 for yourself.
Right.
A 5 and a 2 gives you 15. You win the attack round by 1 point. And they have now got 2 stamina. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Yes, please. Let's test the luck.
Which one?
That's 2. Test the luck. Test the luck. Test the luck.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2d6 then. 10 or below. Easy enough. Well done. And you've destroyed the enemy by adding that extra damage. You've done it. Good job. That was a close one.
That one was tense. That was a little tense.
Yeah.
I went in there years ago. A friend of mine talked me into playing like Mega Man X-Zero or something like that. And when I finally figured out what I was doing and I started to get a feel for it, I charged in and I'm like, feel the glorious doom at like the top of my lungs in a crowded room full of drunk people. And 5 seconds later, I'm screaming, I'm sorry at the top of my lungs because I'm getting wrecked. That's exactly what just happened here. It was one of my feel the glorious doom moments. And for those of you out there who know me IRL, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, Crimson saying you do have enough for another insta-kill spell, just in case. You know.
That is true. That is true.
You don't have any way of getting your luck back up, though, at the moment. And you're getting to that halfway point now where it could go either way. You're starting to become more and more unlucky. So just gonna point that out to you. You're a current stamina of 10. You've got 6 provisions left. You could buy a potion, like a potion of choice. So you can either choose from a potion of skill, a potion of stamina, or a potion of luck. If you do choose to buy a potion of luck, you've got to roll a 6 to get it. Otherwise, if you don't get the 6, then you have to choose from either the potion of skill or the potion of luck, the potion of stamina. But you don't have to do any of that because you've still got provisions. Just throwing options out there.
What if we just do the roll for a random potion?
Okay. So basically, we're going to take 2 off you. Then you've got 17 rubies left in the pot. If you can roll 1d6, please, and we'll find out what you get. Oh! Good job. You got a potion of luck. I can't believe that happened. That you
Still
are
lucky,
seriously lucky. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. And I don't even play the lottery, man.
Maybe you should go and put a ticket on today.
Right?
But anyway, well done. You got the potion of luck. You can drink that at any time. And if you do, you'll have an initial luck of 14.
Nice, nice. We're going to hold on to that for now. Let's keep it in the bag.
Sounds good to me. Well, anyway, congratulations. You have beat the ice demon. You shoved that sword so far up its jacksie, it was coming out of its mouth, and now he's dead. You've banished the ice demon to the plane from which it came through defeating it in combat. The shards of broken glass crunch underfoot. Will you enter the house that it came from, or continue down Cobbler's Walk?
I mean, I'm a little concerned that this happened on a place called Cobbler's Walk. You think this would be a street lined with shoemakers or something, but so yeah, I think it's a little concerning. I think maybe we should investigate. So let's go to page 49.
You walk through the front door, which is glistening with frost. A trail of frost leads from the door to a large pentacle chalked on the floor. Sand is strewn where the frost crosses the edge of the pentacle. On a table lie various strange pieces of equipment. On the floor next to it lies an amulet. It's made from the tip of a unicorn's horn, with strange runes engraved on it. You may take it if you wish. There appears to be nothing else of use, so you leave. Do you want to take the unicorn's horn amulet?
I hear they're an aphrodisiac, so yeah, let's go.
Okay. Unicorn horn amulet. There you go. I've added that to your adventure sheet. And let's continue to 28. You turn down Carriage Street and see the sign of an inn, the Silver Trinket. It's next to a large stable and workhouse. It seems much more pleasant a place than the Red Dragon Inn, and it's growing late, so you decide to go in. The tap room of the inn is empty. You ask for a hot meal and a room for the night. The innkeeper tells you that this will cost you 3 gold pieces, but says he's short-handed and that if you wish to do the washing up, he'll let you stay for nothing. The choice is yours. You can have a delicious meal of roast hippogriff in cream sauce, and after your meal, you sleep like a log and wake up feeling refreshed, gain 4 stamina points. You set out in search of the Thieves' Guild. So, do you want to pay the 3 gold pieces or do the washing up?
Oh, I'll do the washing up. That seems like a bargain.
That is a bargain and a half. And what's more is you've got 4 stamina points for your troubles.
Indeed.
So you now have a current stamina of 14. Okay, you're off to find the Thieves' Guild. As you set off, you see a small group of people clustered around a man wearing a flowery grey cloak and one dangling gold earring. He's making huge bunches of flowers appear and disappear to cries of delight and amusement from the crowd. Will you try to find a way into the Thieves' Guild, try to regain the talisman on your own, or stay and watch the magic?
We're gonna look squirrel this. Let's stay and watch the magic.
Okie dokie. 106. The magician conjures up a cloud of blue, green, and pink smoke, which engulfs the spectators. While you watch, Tuchev, the man from the Red Dragon Inn, appears from the shadows and enters the smoke. By the time it clears, neither he nor the magician in grey are anywhere to be seen, but the members of the crowd are accusing one another, between coughing fits, of being cut purses. You realise that Tuchev and the magician are in cahoots. As you turn to leave, a servant places a silver salver under your nose. It bears a gold embossed card inviting you to take sherry with one Mort Filo. This way, if you please, says the man. You ask who Mort Filo is, or Mort Filio is, and he replies, one of the elders of the city, but says no more. Will you go with him or decline the invitation?
I mean, I think that's probably a trap. The guy's name is Mort Filio, which is a death lover.
Really?
Yeah.
Which mythology is that? I've not heard of it.
It's from the Greek.
Hmm.
Not so much like filio comes from philos, which means lover, mort, death.
Of course.
Yeah.
Makes sense. He's a mortophile.
Yeah, he's a necrophile.
Oh.
he's really into that shit. Anyway, the people we're trying to stop love that death shit. So we're gonna decline the invitation.
Sounds like a good idea to me. Have you been told about a storm drain? That's a no, isn't it?
Don't think so. No.
If not, turn to 149. You turn left down Hornbeam Road for the coal hole. You see what looks like a coal cellar at the back of a dilapidated warehouse. You duck into it and find a small hidden door on the other side of the pile of coal. You crawl down a chute and down it out into a small passageway that winds for some distance beneath the city. You come to a door and you push it. You step into a magnificently furnished room. Evidently, the Thieves Guild lacks nothing. A group of men is waiting for you, lounging on sofas. Some of them recognize you from the Red Dragon Inn, in particular, the one with the scar running from ear to chin. Scarface looks you up and down for a moment, and then says, "Right, I'll get the guild master. We'll see what he has to say." There's an uneasy silence before he returns with another man. Scarface says, "This is Vagrant, Guildmaster of the Thieves." Vagrant is a handsome, middle-aged man wearing an ermine jacket, twirling his mustache. He asks you the purpose of your visit. What will you say? You need help stealing something? You want to steal the Talisman of Death? Or you'll lead them to a hoard of priceless jewelry?
Straightforward dude. I want to steal the Talisman of Death.
You have been very forthcoming throughout this entire journey, and it seems to have worked out for you the majority of the time, so let's see what happens. There's a hushed silence broken by Vagrant. "That is indeed beyond price." He suddenly barks out an order. "We'll mount an expedition before they move the talisman. It is market day, a good time. Scarface, Jemmy the Rat, Bloodheart, and young Lord Min, you will accompany our friend here." Some hours later, when they have finished their preparations, you set off. As you leave, you see a piece of graffiti scrawled in blood on the wall. There is no honor among thieves. You resolve to be on your guard.
So he agreed to that awful quick.
He did, didn't he? He knows the value of the talisman, I think. Scarface leads you through a maze of back alleys into a building that Jemmy the Rat tells you is a safe house. You climb onto the roof and continue running across the rooftops of the city. Soon you are atop a tall house just below the top of the Temple of Felcarinla. Bloodheart, a hulking, silent fellow, takes a rope and grappling hook from his shoulder. He effortlessly throws it round the top of one of the temple columns, and he secures his end to a chimney stack, and he walks across it like a tightrope that he has created. You manage to cross hand over hand and join him on the temple eaves. Jemmy the Rat, a wiry man with fingers like spiders' legs, finds a skylight and, true to his name, prizes off the bars and picks the lock. Reaching inside, he disarms a trap containing a poisoned dart. You marvel at his nimble-fingered skill. Try say that, 3T. I can't even fucking talk properly, let alone read and whatever. Anyway, try saying that 3 times fast. They lower a rope and you all drop down to the top of a staircase. You catch sight of an old serving man passing a doorway on the landing. The others have not noticed him. Will you silence him in case he's seen you, or ignore him, hoping that he didn't?
Now, by silence, what exactly does it mean by that?
I guess you'll have to turn to 217 to find out.
Because I don't want to just murder an old dude. You know?
Remember Greg's penance, or like what's it called? Remember Greg's words. The old man must die.
Yeah. All right, let's hope he didn't see us. Let's go to 228.
You hurry on down the stairs, but the old man has seen you. Turn to 283. Now, don't forget, you've still got to backtrack.
Nope. Press forward. 283.
Okie dokie. You're padding silently along the landing towards the stairs which lead down when a loud pealing of bells fills the air. The alarm! Snarls Scarface. You freeze. Looking back, you are astonished to find that you cannot see the thieves who you thought were behind you. All you can see are shadows. You are on your own. Will you go back to find the thieves or run down the stairs ahead of you?
I'm going to press forward. Let's go to 180.
Okie dokie. You run down the stairs 4 at a time. You reach another landing before you hear the tramp of feet coming up from below. Thinking quickly, you hide behind an arras. Ladies, test your luck. You will be lucky because you've got oh no, you might not yet because you've got current luck of 9. You could take your potion of luck quickly and test your luck because then you definitely will be lucky.
Let's do that.
Okay, so let's get your adventure sheet up quick. Oh, don't forget as well, you got that willow sap.
All right. Yeah, I did forget.
It gives you 14. Yeah, sorry, it gives you 4 stamina back. Anyway, so you've drank the potion of luck. You've got 14 initial luck, 14 current luck. You are going to be lucky on this roll, so let's just keep it at 13, actually. There you go. And you are lucky. So we'll turn to 140. You can hear the clank of armor as a group of guards rushes past the arras, heading up the stairs. You continue down until you reach the double doors at the bottom. A guard remains on duty before them. She shouts a warning and runs forward to attack you. You must fight her. If she is still alive after 5 combat rounds, turn to 124. If you win within 5 combat rounds, turn to 113. Okay, so the Temple Guard has a stamina of 8 and a skill of 7. Do you want to do anything like use the Willow Sap and bring yourself back up to 18?
Yeah, why not?
Use provisions or...
Well, let's use the Willow Sap because otherwise I'm just going to keep forgetting it's in there.
Okie dokie. So you got 18 and you're still quite lucky. You've got 2 luck rolls, which you will definitely be lucky on. You won't have to actually roll them. So what was it? It was stamina of 8, skill of 7. You've faced worst odds and won.
Indeed. All
so
right.
Let's get it on. Right then. For the first attack round, 2d6 for the enemy, please. 5 and a 2 gives them 15. Luckily, you're quite even. You are exactly evenly matched, so this could go either way. 2 for yourself, please.
Right.
A 3 and a 4 gives you 15. You've parried blows. No harm, no foul. 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 5 and a 4 gives them 17. And 2 for yourself, please. Nice.
Oh!
A 6 and a 5 gives you 19.
Look at that.
So, yeah, good job. That brings their stamina down to 5. Don't forget, you've got to kill her within 5 rounds. That's 2 rounds. Would you like to test your luck? You will be lucky.
Yes.
Okie dokie. And we'll bring their stamina down to 3. Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please. A 5 and a 4 again gives them 17. And 2 for yourself. A 3 and a 2. Unlucky, mate. You did not win that attack round. You could buy a re-roll and try again. You don't have to. I'm just saying you could. But you now have a stamina of 16. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
We're going to carry on.
Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please. That's not too bad. Not too bad. 16. Okay, 2d6 for yourself, please. And hello to the eclectic go. Have I just got a Tombi raid, or a Yarny raid, or a Raidy McRaid face? What have we got here? Who is it? Fortune is smiling upon you this day, Sammy boy. Let's have a look. Where is it? Got the eclectic goat here. Is this an eclectic goat raid? Is that what this is? And we got Mud Crab as well. Both of you, welcome. Goat, Mud Crab, good to see you both. Nope, just popping in, she says. Jolly good. Well, it's good to have you here. Thank you. Right, where were we? So, yes, 2 for yourself, please.
I did, and it was 7, I think.
Okie dokie. Well, that gives you 15 to their 16. You lose the attack round. We'll have to bring your stamina down to 14. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
We'll carry on. We'll carry on.
You see, you should have done something different, I think. If you right, so you've got to win this attack round, and you've got to test your luck in order to kill this person in 5 attack rounds. So I hope you win.
Right.
2d6.
Testing my luck on an attack round that I lost only saves me points. It doesn't get her closer to death.
Yeah. So save it for this attack round. But if you don't win this attack round, you may want to do something else, like maybe buy a re-roll and roll it again to see if you get a higher score. You can also buy a re-roll for them as well to try and get them a lower score.
That feels like cheating, man.
No, that's what it's there for. So 2d6 for the enemy, please.
Alright.
We'll see what they get first. See, a 5 and a 4. That gives them 17. You see, the issue is, once you've rolled, the re-roll will only count for your roll. So if you want to buy a re-roll for them now to see if they get a lower score, then you've got to do it now. Otherwise, the re-roll will only count for them. For you.
How much is the re-roll again?
5.
5.
So you'll have 12 left.
Okay. Yeah, I'll buy her a re-roll. See if it gets lower. If it gets higher, I'm kind of fucked. But...
Yeah, kind of. Okay, 2d6 for the enemy, please. That's better.
Oh!
11 is the score. And 2 for yourself, please. A 3 and a 4 gives you 15. You've won the attack round. You've brought their stamina down to 1. Do you want to test your luck?
I think we have to.
You have to, yeah. So congratulations. You've won the attack round. You've killed her. And she's dead. Right. Well done, mate. Those were some very good choices. Okay. We've also got Mud Crab over on the Rumble side. In fact, I think that's the only place they are. It comes up as Mud Crab in EV Mux, but it's may contain traces of seafood on Rumble. But welcome, anyway.
Indeed. All cats are bastards, Mud Crab. All cats are bastards.
Hashtag all cats are bastards.
He knows. He knows what I'm talking
I know.
about.
I fucking hate cats. Well, it's not that I hate them. I just don't like their fucking attitude. You know?
I blame the Egyptians, right?
Yeah.
They pumped that ego up when they started calling them gods. Cats never let them forget it.
I think I've said this to you before, haven't I, on like a stream that we've shared. If you had a housemate or a flatmate and they just randomly walked up to a glass of water on the side and knocked it off for no fucking reason, you wouldn't stand for that shit.
No, I might punt them out a window.
Yeah. So why do you stand for it off a fucking cat? I don't understand the mentality of these people.
Well, I personally don't. I don't keep the little bastards around for exactly that reason.
Eclectic Goat is saying, I have 3 cats. They all have entirely different attitudes. How can you hate all cat attitudes? Because they're stuck up bastards. Have you ever seen them, right? They look at you, yeah, and you're like, oh, come here. And then they turn their face away as though you're a piece of shit, yeah? They turn around and flick their fucking tail up and show you their arsehole. Fuck you, cat. I don't like cats. The other cats are enablers. What else we got? The reason... Why do I hate cats? Because fuck them, that's why. My cat is a darling, says Abe. And so are you.
Abe is,
are you,
Abe's
sweetie.
a very lovely person who has been completely co-opted by the parasite that lives in cat spore.
Right?
That's another thing. Toxoplasmosis.
Exactly. It makes you love cats more.
Yeah, it rewires your brain.
There you go. Elemental's got it. Shitting in the house. Dirty bastards.
Most of the time, people just make fun of me for this view, but it's kind of starting to feel a little bit like I might have more of a pineapple on pizza kind of thing going on here.
Maybe like I kind of
evenly divided.
Yeah, I don't like pineapple on pizza myself, but half of my family love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them, I guess. I think Jack has some self-esteem issues he's putting off into cats. Fuck you, goat. It's not true. Leave me alone. Anyway.
I bet a cat told her to say that.
Pineapple goes on pizza, unlike cats. Wrong. Cats go better on pizza than pineapple does. Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that. Cats are mostly sinew. They're very hard to chew.
Yeah, it's the same as rabbits. It's like it takes more energy to eat a cat than the energy it would give you.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good to see you all in the chat, and I'm glad that we've got some cat lovers here. I'm not one of them, but I'm glad we've got some here. Right. You won within 5 attack rounds. So you step over the fallen guard and, pushing open the double doors, enter the inner sanctum of the temple. The tall, raven-haired woman, Horkana, the high priestess, is praying at the altar upon which lies the talisman of death. Beyond the altar is a large marble statue of the goddess wearing chainmail. Her expression is arrogant and cruelly beautiful. Horkana rises and turns. She resembles the statue and is wearing a long dress of black chainmail. How dare you desecrate this temple? How dare you interrupt me when I'm speaking with the goddess? She says softly, white with rage. Here's some of that white privilege for you. I dedicate your soul to the goddess. She drives her fist into the air and chops it downwards. A pillar of flame descends from the vaulted roof. Roll 1 die. If you score a 1 to 4, turn to 105. If you score a 5 or a 6, turn to 132. So, roll 1d6, please.
This is a do or die.
Right, let's see what the outcome is. 105, congratulations, I guess.
4.
You jump aside. Pardon? What did you say?
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard something.
Not
Sorry.
A thing. Not a thing.
You jump aside at the last moment, but you are still caught by the heat of the blast. Lose 3 stamina points. If you're still alive, you may wish to use one of the following if you have any of them. A vial of vapors of speed, an amulet made of the horn of a unicorn, a scroll of agonizing doom, or none of these things. You have the unicorn horn.
Well, let's see what it does.
Let's find out. The amulet made of unicorn horn. You touch the amulet as Horkana draws her sword and advances, snarling with tigerish ferocity. It's an amulet of strength against evil. It increases your skill by 2 points in this battle only.
Nice.
With the speed of a cobra, Horkana is upon you. You must fight the high priestess. Now, you could buy... Or can you? Oh no. You've only got 12 left now. Oh, shite. So you can't buy an insta-kill spell. You've actually just lost some stamina points as well. You've got 11 stamina points left. You've lost the unicorn's horn as well. For this battle... Pardon?
It did pump up my skill, though, for this battle.
It did. So, I don't know what to do right now because we're getting to 10-2. And so, I think we're going to try and do this battle. Okay. Are you happy to carry on with it?
Yeah, this is boss fight time, man.
It is. Right then, let's get it on. So, before you roll, she's got a skill of 12 and a stamina of... God, where's my mouse gone? There it is. 14. Right, so... Can I get, then, please, 2d6 for the enemy? For Horkana. Roll low. No, lower. Lower. Lewis. Fucking hell, 21. And 2 for yourself, please.
That's going to be hard to do. Oh, did it not roll the second one? God damn it.
No, that was a 2 and a 1.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 13. Well, sorry, I've just noticed something that Crimson's saying. Not going to give chat a bit of time for a donation then. All right, I'll give him a bit of time. Maybe someone will donate something right now, and you'll get a you'll be able to afford an insta kill spell.
Maybe.
So just for now, we'll suspend the battle just quickly, and we'll give them a little bit of time. One more 20. Crimson Shadow. What did you say, mate? I talked over you.
I was feeling very aboriginal there for a minute.
Yeah, and me. I love it. That's the that's my little dance time. I get to do my little dance. Anyway, Crimson Shadow, thank you so much for the donation. That's another £15 or 15 rubies to add to the pot. So you've now got 32.
Crimson Shadow, you're a doll.
30, no, hang on, 25, 27. Quick maths. So, would you like to buy an insta-kill spell?
Yes, I would.
Okie dokie. Jolly good. So back down to 12 then. You wave your tentacle in the air yet again, and you say, "Hocus pocus, fuck off." And yeah, office fuck us. And so she does. You win. Oh, hang on. Let's get your adventure sheet down.
That's good, because I was actually seriously outmatched there.
You were. Horkana collapses to the floor, lifeless. You walk to the altar and you take the talisman of death. It's cold and heavy. At last, you've regained it. And you gain 1 luck. You look back at Horkana and your scalp crawls. Her wounds are healing. Even as you watch, she tries to raise herself from her pool of blood, which she lies. Will you go back to Horkana or run to the double doors?
Bitch is getting back up. No, we're getting out of here. Let's run to the double doors.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Run to the double doors. Ah, fuck. The doors are still magically sealed shut. You cannot force them open. You turn to see that Horkana has risen to her feet and taken up her sword again. Her eyes are filled with malice. You cannot kill me. This time I will carve out your spleen. She's slower than before, but you must fight her again. Fuck.
But looking at her stats here, it's a little bit better, right?
A little bit better.
She's only got 6 stamina. She's lost a lot of skill, and even after losing the 2 extra skill points for the previous fight, I'm only right behind her on that. So I think this is a lot better position to be in.
I agree with you. And plus, because you oh no, it was for that battle only, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was for that battle only. So I'm back down to 8, but that's still not that far off from 9. So.
Okay, so you're happy to go ahead with the battle then?
I mean, I kind of think I have to.
Yeah.
You know, somebody got to put this bitch in her place.
So she's now... She's now got a skill of 9 and a stamina of 6, which means you haven't got far to go. You also gained 1 luck point, and you've also got the talisman back now. This is going to be one to remember, boys and girls. So strap yourselves in. Let's get back into the battle. Right, 2d6 for your enemy, please. A 3 and a 3 gives them 15. And 2 for yourself, please. A 5 and a 3. Gives you 16. You win by 1 point. We'll take their stamina down to 4. Test your luck or carry on.
Test your luck.
Okay. You are lucky. So we'll bring your luck down to 11 and we'll bring her stamina down to 2. Hopefully this will be the killer blow. 2d6 for the enemy, please. Ooh.
Oh, fuck.
19. And 2 for yourself, please. Double sixes. Come on.
That's not good.
I don't think it's going to cut it. No. 15 is your score to their 19. You lose that attack round. Will bring your stamina down to 9. Would you like to test your luck and gain a point back if you're lucky, or carry on?
Let's carry on. Let's carry on.
Okay. 2d6 for the enemy, please. Nice and low now.
All the marbles.
Oh,
son of a
shit! You could buy a re-roll.
I mean, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Okie dokie.
I think that's 5.
You've now
right?
you've got 7. Yeah, you've got 7 left. 2d6 for the enemy, please. That's better.
Watch.
2 and a 4 gives them 15.
All right.
2 for yourself, please. A 3 and a 2. Oh! You lose the attack round, but at least she doesn't do critical damage. Current
Right.
stamina now 7. Would you like to test your luck or carry on?
Let's carry on.
2d6 for the enemy then, please. That is as good as
Nice.
it's gonna get, mate. Snake Eyes. 11 is the score. 2d6 for yourself. Is it gonna happen? It sure is.
Boom!
18 to their 11. Congratulations, my friend. That means you've won the battle, and the battle...
You can't see me right now, but I'm dancing as hard as I can.
Congratulations, buddy. You won against Hawkana a second time round. And a big thanks to Crimson Shadow for the donation, because I think it would have been a shite side worse.
Indeed, indeed. Appreciate you, buddy.
You notice that a ring on Hawkana's finger is glowing with a green light as she wounds close. As her wounds close up. Quickly, you take it off her before she comes fully back to life. You place it on your own finger. It's a ring of regeneration. Regain 6 stamina points. Will you now try to leave through the double doors or search the inner sanctum of the temple?
Well, I think the proper thing to do, I was only running for the doors because the bitch was getting back up, but if she's not going to do that again, let's look around a bit. Let's go search the inner sanctum.
Okay, so I've let me just get your adventure sheet back up. You've got Hawkana's ring, ladies. I've given you were at 7. I've given you the 6 points. You've now got 13 stamina. Okay. So you want to look through the inner sanctum of the...
But before, you know what? Before we do, it seems like it might be a good idea to have a provision.
You may be right, actually. Okay. So you've now got 5 provisions left. And that will bring you back up to 17. That's right, isn't it? Quick maths.
Mm-hmm.
Mud crab. Hokana is no longer Mawafu. Legatus asking, is the 3rd time coming up? I don't think so. I think that's it for Hawkana now. Maybe. Who knows? Any warrior boobs yet? You've missed them all. There were so many boobs.
We're drowning.
Well, in my head there were. What about you?
I mean, that's whenever they say wearing chainmail, they don't mean like a lot of chainmail.
No.
So
it's like
we're drowning in warrior boobs.
I just want to say a quick hello to Steve. He's a little bit late to the party, but Sam is winning. He hasn't died once yet. He's had a lot of help from Crimson Shadow. And he's like swimming in luck. Absolutely swimming in it. Anyway, you wanted to search the inner sanctum, yeah?
Indeed.
You do still have a backtrack. Like, if shit goes pear-shaped on this next thing, you may want to use it. I'm just saying, you've got the talisman. You've defeated Hawkana. It might be wise to fuck off soon.
Right, but we haven't... The idea is to take the talisman back to Earth. Still haven't found a way to get back to Earth. Who's to say it isn't in the inner sanctum?
You're absolutely right. You begin rummaging through the trappings of the temple. You feel a tingling sensation in your finger, followed by a sharp pain. Looking at your hand, you see that Hawkana's ring is shrinking even. You try to pull it off, but it's too late. You can only watch as the ring constricts to a solid ball and severs your finger. You lose 1 skill point and 2 stamina points. You can feel the dreadful malice of the goddess directed against you, and you decide to try the doors.
I like how you said if it goes pear-shaped. If.
Yeah. Would you like to use your backtrack?
I think this would be the moment. This would be the moment to do it.
I thought so. So there you go. You've used the backtrack. Incidentally, you can buy that backtrack back for 5 rubies. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. You don't have to do that right now. Let me just see where we were. 54, I think it was. That was the last thing I've got logged. Or I think we can just turn to 6. The other choice was 16, wasn't it? It was 137 or turn to 16. Right. The doors open easily. It seems the magic has faded now that Hawkana is truly dead. The thieves have been spying on you through the keyhole. Scarface says, "The door was locked and we couldn't get in." He leads the way back up to the skylight, and if you still have Hawkana's ring, you can feel it grow cold and see that it is tarnished and to a dull grey metal. Its magic only works within the inner sanctum. Suddenly, the alarm bell tolls loudly, and as you reach the top of the landing, a group of warrior women appears on the stairs behind you in hot pursuit. You all run for the rope hanging from the skylight. As you reach it, you sense a movement at your side and dodge the murderous thrust of Bloodheart's dagger just in time. Before he can strike again, the warrior women let loose a volley of crossbow bolts. Bloodheart's body is peppered with quarrels, shielding you as you climb the rope. Leaving the stricken Bloodheart to his fate, the remaining thieves jump agilely from roof to roof to the roof of a nearby house. You will have to jump too. Roll 2 dice. If the total is less than or equal to your skill score, turn to 163. If it's greater than your skill score, turn to 58. So you've got to roll 2d6 and you've got to get 8 or below to be... Well, no. You've got to roll 2d6. 8 is the score to judge it against. Would you like to buy a re-roll? No. Well, we don't know, do we? So it was greater than your skill score. So we'll have to turn to 56, I guess. You fly through the air, but not far enough. You slam into the side of the building with bone-shattering force and plummet to the street below. Luck has not deserted you completely, but you land in a stinking pile of refuse, which breaks your fall a little. Lose 3 stamina points. If you are still alive, you drag yourself off down an alleyway, which leads towards the safe house. Near the safe house, you pause to rest before leaving the city. Turn to 235. You've got to lose 3 stamina points here. So you're now down. Oh, you're now down to 4.
Falling off a roof. On account of falling off a roof.
Yeah, exactly. Dopey bollocks. However, it's come to that time of the show where we have to suspend your adventure until another time. So I'm afraid, Mr. Infamous, this is where your journey ends for now. You're on page 56. You have 8 skill, 14 current stamina, 11 current luck. You've used 1 of your lifelines. And you have 7 rubies left in your adventurer's pot. So, how do you think you fared, buddy? Did you enjoy that?
Overall, I did pretty well. And yes, I very much enjoyed it. Quite a bit, actually. Thank you for having me.
Bro, it's been incredible. I think you've had a fantastic run. You've had a little bit of help from the chat out there. You've like Crimson, you've had a little bit of help off them. And the adventurer's pot, obviously, you've made good choices. You've you got the talisman. You've still got half of your provisions left that you started with. You're in a very good spot. You're halfway through the book now. There's not much else that you can do in the city, and I think you're about to leave the city, aren't you? That's what it says there.
Mm-hmm.
Near the safe house, you pause to rest before leaving the city. So yeah, there you go. You did it.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed, actually. You've done better than Greg. Greg died twice before this. He had to go back to the beginning, like twice so far. And so you've done extremely well.
Yeah, no deaths. No deaths. And seriously,
near
Chad,
deaths.
thanks, guys. Especially Crimson. Yeah, it came in clutch when it was needed.
And of course, we'll invite you back soon to continue the journey. And I guess we'll be saying goodbye to you shortly, but I like to tell all of my guests before they go, would you please shill your wares?
All right. As you can see, my name is Samiel the Infamous. I run a YouTube channel and Rumble channel and Twix page of relatively the same name because I'm super creative that way. We do panel shows mostly. Abyssal Musings Friday nights, which is like a lot more geared towards fun and games and things of that nature. And then Screaming to the Void on Saturdays, which is a discussion panel, usually filled with people who don't know what we're talking about things that are completely unknown to us. It's it's a bit of a shit show, but it's a lot of fun. I also do some game streams. I hang out on Beelzebub on the channel Beelzehub. And I do some stuff with Adam the Renaissance Nerds every other Monday on a stream called Stream of Conscious on his channel, The Renaissance Nerd. And I also am the moderator and producer for Exiled Lioness too, if you're of a more political bent. So I'm over there whenever she goes live as well. So that's it though. That's me. And oh, and I think next week I'll be on R2 the Icky's channel. So next
is that
Thursday.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, all of Sam's links are in the description below. They're also posted on the Twitter links and all that kind of stuff. I guess we'll have to say goodbye to you for now, but thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being our guest. You've been a brilliant adventurer, and I can't wait to have you back.
Indeed. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. I look forward to the next time.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. Take care.
Bye.
And I, of course, am Jack Tarlad. You can find me at all of my socials at Jack Tarlad. Next week, we've got Atom Gray joining us as guest adventurer, so check that out. Mondays, we usually do chat battle, but at the moment, it's on the back burner. Just letting you know in case there are people in the chat that don't know what's going on with chat battle and are expecting it. But yeah, chat battle for the time being, I'm hoping to get it back in February. But for now, for this month, it's not happening. Tuesday nights, we've got the Jack and Abe show on both of our channels. Abe's Gonna Get Ya, Jack Tarlad. And then on Wednesday, it's the Hump Day Chinwag at 8 o'clock. So come and join us. Thank you to all of you in the chat. You all know who you are. Thank you especially to Crimson Shadow and to everyone who supports the channel. There's nothing really more left to say apart from thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week on Read and Roll. Good night, everybody.